and you're checking out the Bro Plata podcast with Tim Danko and Ray Heiklack. Check it out. Get down. It kicks ass.
And Tank Abbott starts it off as always. I love that video.
Am I coming in okay?
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can you
because
hear?
I didn't hear like Tank Abbott broke up for me and the countdown was all glitchy. So I'm thinking maybe there's something going on my end. But if you can hear me, that's fine. We're good.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. Hi everybody.
So,
okay.
hey. It's another week. And
Why
I
why are you acting like number one, the volume thing? It's like every other week is like the volume's fine, the volume's weird. Anyway,
How about
on
now?
my end, I'm talking about. I don't know. It's not you. It's me, as I always say. Why you come in here and you just start talking like you don't want to be here? You're just like, hi everybody, here we are. You're like fucking Eeyore, man. Like, no, listen. I don't want you to be Eeyore. I want you to be, what's the name of that? Tigger. Yeah, be Tigger.
No, I'm Eeyore. I'm Eeyore.
Wake up, brother. Hey, this is the best part of your week, unfortunately. So you better get up.
Is it though?
Probably. I mean, it's mine.
Okay. Well, then I will definitely match your enthusiasm, sir. How about that?
It's Bro
everybody.
It's Bro Plata episode 114, right? What? 114?
Yeah, 114, baby.
And didn't I tell you what I tell you Saturday night? I told you not to do any stupid Max Holloway puns.
But then you texted me and said a Max Holloway pun is okay.
As long as it's mine. Which was, listen, if you're going to go pun, you might as well go AC/DC pun. Everyone knows that.
But it was too wordy, I thought.
No, it's good.
A long way or a hollow way to the top if you want to rock and roll.
You don't have to go all the way. You just say it's a hollow way to the top, and your brain fills in the rest.
I was trying to do something else. I was thinking
because you always think your ideas are better, and they're often not.
I mean, that's subjective.
Is it though?
It can be.
Well, I know you don't like to be out dad joked. I know that hurts your feelings.
Yeah, I'm very competitive in the dad joke realm. I like
Marty Drexler on here, man, and you guys can dad joke it out. However, that's like you roasting Jeff Ross. That's like, he's the man when it comes to that.
Oh yeah,
unbelievable. He is. Yeah, Marty, our buddy Marty Drexler.
Thomas, you've never met Marty Drexler, but we have to introduce you one time to the ultimate substitute teacher.
He's not a substitute teacher, man. He teaches trigonometry and shit at a Catholic school.
Wow.
And he's like I love him. He lives right down the street from me. It's weird that I met him in Canton years ago, and then a couple years later we ended up moving both to New Philly at the same time. We lived down the street from each other. Anyway, he's one of my favorite people on earth. He's like one of the nicest people you ever meet, and he's legitimately funny. His stuff is a lot of puns, but he really makes me laugh because of his character. And it's him. Like, I've seen people try to act like Marty on stage, and as a character, Marty is just straight up Marty, and he gets it. And he's well aware of what he is, and he just leans into it. And I love Marty.
Oh boy, does he ever! And I love Marty. Shout out to Marty Drexler.
I don't think he couldn't. I don't think it's an option, but yeah, I love Marty too. He's the man. That's when I talked about that old people show we did. It was me and Marty. They liked Marty. They didn't hate me, but they liked Marty.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's how can you? But I don't think they fully hated you. I just think, like most people, they hate your act more than anything.
Maybe that's possible
because you're a lovable bear of a man. I mean, that's one reason why I like you. And thank you, Casey. Good to see you, buddy. It's awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in.
I wish there were like 25,000 Caseys out there.
John 209's in the building. Yay!
Oh, John. Yeah, I want like 10,000 Caseys, 10,000 Johns. I don't know if that's good for the world as a whole, but it'd be great for the podcast.
And great for our algorithm. I'm telling you.
That's
like
true.
we need to be like the ship in Tron that takes them to master control program. Like that's exactly. I'm trying to survive driving. Aren't we all in life? Isn't that the goal? Is
Is
just
this
to
a
get home
metaphor?
safe every day.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I think that's hug a truck driver, everyone, is what I'm saying. Make sure they know that they love you.
Is that legal?
It is.
Okay, just make
Especially
sure.
in truck stop bathrooms.
Yeah, hold on. No, it's not legal for them to hug you. It's okay if you hug them. If they hug you, it's different. Yeah,
And especially if that hug comes through a hole cut in the wall. I think
true.
yeah. Make sure finger first, never anything else. But 10,000 of me could be a problem. That's our fan base though.
For the world, probably. But for this podcast, no, not necessarily.
It'll make us not feel alone in the world, is what
Is
it'll
it still
do.
light out where you are, John? Probably. You probably got another like 20 minutes of light out there.
Oh, I'm hating this. Hating
every
it.
single year, and you never used to. Like it sucks every time it happens, and it happens every year.
Oh,
it always sucks. Feels like
dude.
it's 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah. Luckily, I gain an hour, but I wish it was like, I don't know. Casey, keep rolling, brother. I drove a truck for 22 years. I don't know. Does he drive truck? People drive drunk everywhere, I swear. Well, yeah. I mean, I do on a semi-regular basis. I mean, this is the only night I don't.
I need you not to admit that.
I don't care.
Okay.
I actually like I'm a decent driver. Like there's only been a few times where I've like fallen asleep at a stoplight. That kind of thing. That was early on in the comedy days. That was when I was drinking heavy. Like, ugh. So, but I did drink heavy on Saturday. It's all good. What?
Sorry, I'm not listening to you. Someone texted me and like their excuse for not watching it was and not being on Facebook. And I'm like, it's on Facebook.
It's on Facebook, fuckos.
It's on Facebook.
Like that, by the way. I want to get more followers on there. I'm amazed at the amount of followers we have already. Just being who we are. The fact that there are 75 people out there that love us. Thank you. You're amazing.
Love is a strong word. I actually think there's about 4 or 5 people that love us. It's John and Casey, and then D-Rest when he has the time.
Yeah,
when he's not asleep, he usually he usually goes to dinner at 3:30, and then he goes to bed at 5. So love you, D-Rest, wherever you are, sir.
Because he maybe he did not say that I hear a lot of shit in my head. Well, we all do. That's why we do this show.
It's in your head. In your head, zombie.
Oh my God. I didn't tell you this.
People do drive drunk everywhere, Casey. That is true. They do that a lot. I do it less. A lot less than I used to. Ray doesn't. Ray won't cut down until he gets caught.
No, I've cut down a lot, actually. Okay. It's amazing to me how much I've cut down. Like,
you know what's really great? When you have a plan, like when you're going somewhere, like when you either have a ride somewhere or you're staying somewhere, that's great because you don't have to drive and you're like, it's awesome. I can just fucking don't have to worry about it. It's great. That's awesome. Just being out is just so much better when you don't have to worry about that. It is great. It's just a better time in general. So however, it's difficult for me, especially when I'm doing comedy. It's like impossible. I can't afford to get rooms. Every once in a while I have, but I can't really afford to do that all the time.
Yeah, that's why I like staying at the condo when I can, at the Funny Stop. Like if I'm down there,
I think I have a key to the condo. There.
What?
Me too. There's just no one I'm really excited to see. I should have went and saw Rob. I didn't see Rob.
Yeah, no, Rob Ward though is a really great comic though.
Yeah, I love Rob. No, I love Rob. I love that he's doing well, man. He's everybody check out Rob Ward. He's great. He was on our softball team. You weren't there that was a few years ago back when
nice. That's a good man right there. I used to go 15 minutes early, sit in my truck and roll a fat blunt for the 4-hour drive I have. That's a man that plans ahead. That's a man that's going to enjoy that drive. Oh,
yeah, you kind of have to at this point, right? I
mean,
I feel like absolutely. It's weird. I don't remember what I was just talking about. I forgot already. Yeah, it's going to happen a lot.
Fucking up.
I haven't been taking my Brain because I thought maybe it's messing with my other medications, but I start taking it again because I don't think that's true.
I took some this morning.
Yeah, me too. But I just I don't know. I was telling Thomas I'm not going to get into it, but I have to go to more specialists and stuff, and I'm a little worried because they're going to be looking at stuff, and a lot of the options aren't great, but there's one, there's a really bad option, obviously, always, and I don't want to talk about that one, right? So, like, yeah, we hope it's something less serious. So,
well, hopefully it's treatable.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, what it is. I mean, is it the big casino, Tony?
Yeah. No. I mean, no one's saying that. I'm just saying, like, it's always a possibility. Like, I have to get a colonoscopy. That's what I'm saying. Like,
okay.
Hoping maybe it's Crohn's and something. But also, if it's like Crohn's and a hernia, it's weird. It's like all kinds of weird, different shit.
Well, hernia sucks, dude. Like, that is the worst pain I've ever felt in my life was when I had one.
Yeah. Well, this one is I don't know if it is one, which I don't even know yet. It's just starting to come in. Like, it's just, it's not really even. The doctor just thinks because of my symptoms and where it is, it's right where an inguinal hernia would be. So he's like, it's possible, but I'm like, what if it's not? What if it's all kinds of stuff's going on in the back that I don't want? Anyway, I have to go to a GI and see.
Well, I was about to say, is the ball pain still there?
It's above it.
It's
Dude,
not
I've been
a tumor.
It's funny, kids. I've been telling myself that all the time. I'm like, it's not a tumor. It's not a tumor. And knocking on wood. Doing a lot of praying.
Is that part of your OCD? Do you think?
What knocking on wood is?
Just going for all the options at once.
Possibly.
Because I feel like that's what happens with me.
Possibly. I mean, yeah, I'm a hypochondriac, but the thing is, there is something's going on for sure.
Well, I'm not saying.
And we've also had a bunch of tests, and there's a bunch of stuff that isn't, right? So,
yeah,
I don't know. I'm on antibiotics again. She gave me another antibiotic. If it's Crohn's, it will help. I hope it does, because I will. At this point, Crohn's sounds awesome. I mean, not really, but you know what I mean.
If you're not when you're leaving Hansel and Gretel treats out of your ass, I mean, that's not a good thing.
Ray, compared to the other stuff it could be, it's fantastic.
Yes, I fully agree, but still,
that I can handle, right? I know it's not great.
James Woods is behind you. That's not good.
And then I'm going to start doing live theater with Tourette's and Crohn's.
Nice. Shits and Shakes is what you're gonna call it.
Shits and Shakes. I like it. My new one-man show called Shits and Shakes.
Oh god,
I love it. It's
great. You make it half about like your relationship with your parents for some reason.
Yeah, because it's a one-man show. You have to. There has to be at least like 25 minutes of no laughs. Yeah, it's not a comedy show.
I told him, "You're not my real dad." Oh, that's funny.
I probably did have something in there like that. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Let's not talk about that anymore. All right, I'm gonna be sad. I'm gonna freak out. We can't.
Well, no, I hope everything does work out.
Me too, man. I was supposed to go to I'm supposed to go to Pennsylvania this week. And I'm just not going to go because I don't feel great, and I don't want to like burden my family with me like feeling like I'm feeling like shit all the time. So
laying in the bed like Cameron from Ferris Bueller.
Yes. Dude, you know what? I did find out I'm very close to 300 pounds.
Oh God.
Oh.
Which I already knew. But that's what I think I'm going to do. All right, I'm going to have a party for it. Right. Listen, I deserve it. I deserve to make fun of myself this way because I'm a fat fuck and that's what I get. So what I want to do is I want to get $2.99, right? And I want to have a party. I want to have a big cake. Happy 300, right? And I'm going to weigh myself in before I eat the cake. $2.99. Boom. Then I'm going to eat the cake, and we're all going to watch me cross into the next era. We're all going to just watch it happen, right? It'd be like watching the ball drop on New Year's Eve in New York City. But except for the ball dropping, it'd be my life expectancy.
God damn.
Waka, waka, waka.
God damn it.
Oh, that's so
I
funny.
apologize for trying a bit on the show.
That's hilarious.
But I told myself I'm gonna do it. I'm like, I think it's at least a little funny at the end there, but it's true. But I was thinking that, like, how funny would that be, man?
Oh, dude.
I'm gonna make fun of myself though.
You die.
See,
that
I don't eat. I was saying cake. The thing is, I actually don't like cake, and I don't really eat that much like sugar. I don't drink.
How tall are you?
Not tall enough, buddy. 5'11". 5'11". I'm about Baker Mayfield height.
Oh,
Somewhere
God.
between Kyler Murray and Baker Mayfield.
How tall was Manziel?
Manziel's about the same
About-
height.
Yeah, about the same.
Okay.
There's a lot of 6-foot quarterbacks. So when I was
The
watching
difference-
go ahead, buddy.
No, I was about to say the difference is in the thickness. Like Baker and
Yeah.
Kyler are thick. Manziel was never thick.
No.
Mm.
He was
Well,
twinking.
mentally he was.
Yeah, mentally he sure was.
Yeah,
Damn it.
that's good. No. Yeah, I should do all
I
of
need
that. I'm
to
well
start
aware.
doing that. Go straight steak diet.
I'm gonna start doing carnivore diet like Rogan.
Jesus.
Yeah, see, that's 6'5". So he looks less fat than I do because he's 6'5". That's a large fella.
Yeah, that's I think
That's an offensive lineman. That's an offensive lineman. is what
Yeah.
that is.
Right.
Yeah, that's a guy that can shove a wall over. Like that's
Or it just is a wall.
yeah. It's like Frank
And I say that
Mir off.
lovingly.
It's like Frank Mir off training. Like I don't ever want to run into a guy that big. Oh no, I did. I think I did like roll with a dude who was like 6'4" and like 280. I rolled with this dude and I was like 185. It felt like, have you ever had like something on you that like just fell on you accidentally? Like that was this guy, but I couldn't push. It sucked. That was one of the worst moments of my life was in that class. It was
told you
D too. Oh,
I told you about
damn, son.
oh geez. Also, he's big for life. One of those. Well, I mean, it's 6'5". That makes sense.
My birth was a tragedy. I was 9'11". That's actually not a joke, by the way. That's my real birth weight was 9'11".
I believe you. Anyway, no, I just lost what I was gonna say.
Oh, God.
What
There
are
we
we
are.
talking about?
Weight.
Yeah. Your 300-pound party.
300
I was talking
pound.
about. I know. I was gonna say something else, but I don't remember.
Okay, sorry.
I don't think this is what I was gonna say, but I do have an idea that I think they should have an MMA tournament of all the offensive linemen that don't make NFL teams like one year. Like all the guys that get cut, they should just all put them in MMA training and then have a tournament like the Ultimate Fighter, like super heavyweight Ultimate Fighter. That's what I want. That was what I was gonna say. What was I gonna say? I don't know.
Sorry, buddy.
Memory's being shit today. Everything's being shit. I keep shitting. That's another thing.
Yeah, you probably have Crohn's, son.
I'd much rather have Crohn's than the other things.
The good thing is losing.
That is true. Like
Losing that weight.
The first. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Thank you, sir. You were talking about rolling with a guy. I told you before that I rolled with a guy who was 400 pounds or more than 400 pounds.
Yeah,
Because I was like 240 at the time, and I was the biggest guy they could find that's ever rolled. So they're like, we just want to try him to try to like get up. So they wanted to start in his guard, and I kept our bar. But the thing is, if I'd miss it, he'd get on top of me, and I was like, okay, we're done because I'm not going to be able to get up. Like I'm not going to be able to get up.
Oh,
He's that much bigger than me. I can't get up.
you need start walking every day.
Yeah, listen.
Get out. Go.
I feel
go
a lot.
see
I
the
feel
elements.
like super trash right now. We're gonna figure out what's going on, but then I got to get this shit together. At first, oh Lord, that's a big
my
number.
favorite number.
Hey, but good for you for getting down like almost 100 pounds. That's good for
Fuck
you.
yeah, man.
I mean, at one point I used to get down. I was down over 100 pounds, but then I gained it all back and then some. Anyway, as fat as I've ever been. Now I forgot what I was gonna say again. Man, what's going on with me today? I should have taken my apple brain.
Son of a bitch. I practice arm wrestling almost daily. I bet you have one of those. Do you have one of those old school like carny game ones?
Yeah, one of those at the bar where like there's like so much like dick germs on it. Like the whole thing is covered in dick germs, and you're like, let's see how strong I am. Now your hand has AIDS.
You have to I was gonna say you pay a quarter for that and
I wouldn't lose weight
hepatitis.
if I did like keto. Oh, this is what I was saying. I said that after COVID, after COVID isn't going to be really a thing, I don't think, but not much more than it is now. But I said I gotta lose weight, and I got to do that. It's true. So that's the thing. But I got to figure out what's going on with my health here. But I did find this out. One drug they're using to like the horse tranquilizer stuff to help with COVID and prevent COVID is an antidepressant that I'm already taking.
What, ivermectin?
No, not ivermectin. But it's like that. It's like I mean they prescribe it like that. It's not the same stuff. But I'm saying it's they say the people that take it are almost never go to the hospital for COVID. I don't know why. I don't know what ingredients, but it's one of the ones. It's the one I'm taking. So it's kind of hilarious and awesome. I'm like, thank you, sadness. Thanks. We said depression never did anything for me. There it is. So when I heard that, I'm like, well, that's good, man. I mean, hey, knock up wood, I haven't gotten it, that I know of.
I was about to say that explains why you haven't gotten it yet when you are a walking comorbidity.
It's true. Yeah, that, and I've been taking vitamin D the whole time, most of the time, and I got the Moderna.
What's his name?
I haven't got the booster yet, but I'm gonna get the booster.
Yeah, it's time for me to get my booster too.
Yeah.
You being vaccinated, Thomas? I was wondering if you're just trying to pray it away.
No, I did my own research and got vaccinated as soon as I could because of my congestive heart failure.
All right, there you go. There you go. No, and also, listen, I could use some prayers to be a prayer guy.
Oh,
I
yeah.
believe in God. Yeah, because like I said, I'm terrified. Let's stop talking about my health though, because I'm freaking out. I'm not I keep talking about it. I didn't want to talk about it.
I got a topic for you guys. Mm-hmm. How do you guys feel about moonshine?
Dude, my grandpa makes moonshine. Do you like moonshine? I can bring you some back. He still has a bunch that he doesn't drink.
I want you to bring me some, but I had some moonshine this weekend that I never thought I'd have.
Okay.
Puerto Rican moonshine. The shit about it is it's so deadly because it goes down so smooth and it hits you like an hour later. I did two shots.
Is it just like the well water in Puerto Rico? That's all it is. It's just like the normal water that you can.
I hope the hell not, because if they got raisins,
you got drunk, like Thomas, but you also have cholera. Sorry, buddy.
We found a worm that's only in certain fish in your system. How did that happen?
The only Americans that ever get this worm are baseball players. This is weird.
I gotta save y'all something.
You and Francisco Lindor have that same worm for some reason.
Oh, don't put me in the same sentence as him.
It comes up as radioactive.
You have a problem with him? I don't have a problem with him. He got traded. It's not his fault.
I don't got a problem with him, but Fernando Tatis is so much sexier.
Oh, no, I honestly think that this, like, I only wish to do the best. Really, I do, because I love Frankie, but I honestly think this is going to go down as like the biggest overpay in the history of baseball. I really think it's going to be.
I apologize, John. You got a point. Oh, I apologize so bad.
It's true. Oh, I might get super drunk really fast, by the way, because I just started taking antibiotics, so I can already feel it. So that's not good.
Oh, boy.
Damn it. I should have waited. I only took one. I should have waited, but I didn't feel good, so I took one.
I'm always fucked up when we're doing this show. Like, I smoke a bowl right before, so...
Right,
I'm scrambled by the time I turn on my computer. So
I know, but like I get drunk and I'm getting drunker, and people who watch the whole show could probably realize that that's what happens. But I never get like sloppy.
No, I
try never to get sloppy.
Tequila quences, we can get pretty fucked.
Yeah, because I usually drink bourbon after I'm done with my tequila.
Are we watching the setup for Over the Top right now? Like, we got two truckers going at it, and I can see John 209 just turning his hat backwards and being like, when I do this, I'm a normal guy, but when I turn my head around, I'm a beast. Like, is that where we're going? I watched that.
The past 2 minutes, you slipped it in there, Ray. That you didn't get away with it. So about Puerto Rican moonshine sounds like a sexual position.
Yeah, it sounds like it sounds like a light fist meets a toy, and then you end on her back. Like, that's what it sounds like to me. Like, that's what Puerto Rican moonshine sounds like.
It does. My buddy's texting me because he doesn't know how to message me on the YouTube. You can do it on Facebook, buddy. If you're still here, you can do it on Facebook. Watch on Facebook, and you go through your Facebook account. You won't be able to see the other messages, but you can send us messages, and we'll put them up.
Yes. Over the top made arm wrestling famous. No, ESPN.
He's telling me that it's not a tumor
mid-
and it might be diabetes. It's not diabetes because I check my sugar. Look, I look like this. They check my sugar every time. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm sorry, I wasn't listening to what you were saying, and then I come in with something else. I'm sorry. I'm being a bad podcaster. That's what I'm doing.
You're being an amazing podcaster. I've seen worse.
Listen, I feel like I'm gonna say this. All right, I feel like I'm at least a C. I'm like a 77 podcaster. I'm at least like a C+ podcaster at very least.
For sure. I would say you're at least 77 to 83. You're in that range where we both are.
I think maybe I'm like a B, like maybe not even like normal B, maybe.
And he also boxes Apollo Creed on the okay. Whoever that was.
Every time he mentions Utah, the first thing I think, I know it's not fair. No, it's not fair, Casey. But the first thing I think is everyone thinks this is Mormonism, and then BYU, and then like everyone is like Ty Detmer and Steve Young and Jim McMahon, like all the good BYU quarterbacks, that kid for the Jets, and then I want to go to Utah. That too. It looks very beautiful. I want to go to. I heard Salt Lake City is like one of those cities that like it's pretty great. I heard it's a great city.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I want to go to. I've heard the comedy scene actually in Salt Lake is like picking up, which is interesting.
If I'm gonna move, I wouldn't even know where to move now. Honestly, I mean, I thought Austin, but then I'm like, I don't know if I want to be. I don't want to be in a place where I'm terrified to walk down the street. You know,
why would you be terrified to walk down the street? It's very
more
white.
homeless people than almost anywhere.
Very white.
Well, yeah, there is
all the homeless. Yeah, I mean, listen, that doesn't mean I'm not saying every single homeless person is a criminal. I'm not saying that. You know, I can see, get out of hard times. Shit happens. Opioid crisis. There's a billion reasons why people are homeless. Not everyone's a criminal. But I'm saying I don't know if that's a place I want. I do like Texas though. Texas is pretty great.
I do like Texas. I want to go back down. I'm thinking about going to Galveston for like 4 or 5 days next year.
Hang out in the Gulf.
Yeah, just hang out in the Gulf and just chill and be on a beach. And it's relatively cheap. I mean, it's expensive-ish, but at least it's like a resort town kind of thing. Plus, it's Texas. So, I don't want to go to like New Orleans or anything like that. I want to go someplace where I know I'm going to be semi-safe.
Yeah, he lived in Colorado for a minute.
Yeah, I lived in Colorado.
We talk about going to Vegas to see a fight. I'd also be down to go to see one in Houston.
Yes.
Because I haven't been in Houston in 10 years. I used to live over there, and my uncle lives there. I don't know if we'd both be able to stay. I don't know if we'd be able to both stay with him. But
I would probably be able to. I possibly have an apartment to stay in if I need it. Probably.
I don't have a problem paying for a hotel, but I definitely want to go see them.
I would want to go cheap, so I'd probably stay on this dude's couch. Be like, we get to George Bush, and all of a sudden I'm like, later, I'm gonna go get high. I'll talk to you later.
That'd be fine, man. We just went our separate ways, and we probably would do that, honestly. If you knew somebody, and I knew somebody to go see my uncle, they'd probably pick me up from the airport, and then we can go meet up at the. He'd let me borrow a car probably, and meet up at the fights, and then we just meet back up at the airport.
And I would have a busy first day because I'd want to go see all the people I grew up with, and because I still have contacts down there, so I'd want to go see them and just say hi and do all that shit. So
I'm on the Facebook page for Houston comedy shows, the open mic. So
I know a few people that know things down there, so that would be nice.
Anyway, I'm just saying we can do that. But Vegas, no, we're staying at a casino.
Mm-hmm.
Vegas. I don't know if you know this about me, Ray. I like hotels. I like fancy hotels, and I hate shit hotels. So if I can ever, and by I mean shit hotels, I mean like the $40 hotels, like
oh god, that would be funny. I would want to do the podcast from John 209's house and then show his murder basement. I think that would be like that would be funny. Be like, we're
going to go
listener's
hang out
house.
with Casey. Road trip. We need somebody in between here in Utah, though. Oh, Gene. We're going to go see Gene and Pat Miletich.
Yes.
And then we're going to go to Utah and, I don't know, smoke weed at the skate park with Casey, I guess.
Going to hike. John. Hopefully he doesn't get bit by anything this time.
We're going camping with Casey. And then, yeah. Oh, camping no, we're going to go see the MMA holes. They probably don't want to see us. But we'll
just show up. We'll just like flip over tables like wrestling heels.
Yeah.
Bar, like just kick down the door.
Knock on the door with a really inappropriate gift for their baby.
Yeah.
Boy, every kid needs a jackknife. What are you talking about?
I watched a baby in a diaper carry a machete in Texas. This is nothing.
There you go.
That would be yeah. I think we should like do an impromptu bro road trip where it's just like we get like a van and we show up at every place and be like, what's up? Said we could be here.
If they kick us out, we just do the show on like in a parking lot closest to them.
Yeah.
We're not in the house, John. We're in the street.
Oh, that would be hilarious. We could do the podcast around a pool in the summertime. I'm over 50. My murdering days are over. Well, at least he knows that what he did was wrong. If the four of us all hang out around the pool, although I insist swim shirt. That just swim shirts. I don't want to get sick. That's still.
Damn it, Cameron, you're not listening to me.
Well, Tim never takes a shirt off, so
I did listen. I put the YouTube link on Facebook today because I thought the Facebook link was being weird. So go to the Bro Plata Facebook page. Put in Bro Plata and you'll find it right there. Do I have to send it to you? I'll send it to you. Sorry.
Yes.
Also, now I'm feeling weird. It's just damn antibiotics and alcohol, and probably also on some weird pain pill that it's not opioid. It's something an anti-inflammatory. I don't even know what's going on today. This is going to be me the whole episode, just so you know.
I love it.
Just started. Yeah,
love it.
I'm going to be like a D+ today.
Okay, that's fine, buddy. I at this point, like today was a long ass day, and tomorrow's gonna be a long ass day. So I'm more or less just going like, fuck it. At this point,
Cameron, I'm sending it to you.
Are you
on Facebook?
So I wanted to talk about this because I'm kind of happy it exists and not very happy that I paid the money I paid for what I got.
Let's not talk. No, listen, this is not a wrestling podcast.
No.
Until I pass out. All right.
Oh no, that was actually a good show.
Okay.
I'm talking about because I actually watched the main card of Holloway and Yair, and then afterwards, my buddy and we bought the AEW pay-per-view, which was pretty good. I was so drunk by the time that last match went on. I passed out a little bit. But luckily he flare chopped me in the chest to wake me up for an awesome moment. But I bought and have been playing Is Alcohol Just for Fun or Are You Dependent at this point? I mean, we're comics, so that's a subjective thing. Really. I drink to do comedy and be funny.
I can say at this point that I don't. The only time I drink at home usually is usually this day, Tuesdays, and I go when I hang out with people. So really, this right now it's mostly socially because I count this as socially because I'm talking to people. And I think last week one day I think Thursday because I was watching Ravens and Dolphins and I drank on Thursday. But usually it's just Tuesday and then maybe Friday or Saturday. Sometimes Friday and Saturday. Yeah, that's me. So at this point, I'm gonna say no. I'm not dependent, but I do like to drink when I do stand up too. But do I sit here every day and then decide I want to get drunk for no reason? No, I don't do that. No, not anymore. I used to.
I do have
For
a
a
little
couple
bit of an unhealthy obsession with the drink, but I just chalk that up to my English and Polish genes. That's all I really do. I want to start doing comedy and cocaine. Believe it or not, they go hand in hand, even though I have never done coke.
You can't afford, if you just do comedy, you can't afford to do cocaine anymore.
No.
Also, I've never, like, I've done both separately, but never together. It's been a long time since I did the latter, but probably wouldn't have it in my life.
Then you need to check out my stand-up on my YouTube, because I do a great Jack and Coke joke.
My father says the only medication he takes is Jim Beam. He says that, and it's true. He's 60 years old, and he only he just. I mean, he's not dependent either. I mean, he drinks every week, but not every day. Like maybe weekends mostly.
See, I get it from my
But if he feels sick, he'll drink. You know, just knock it out with Jim Beam. That's why I'm on the Jim Beam now too.
Like my grandmother wasn't really a big drinker. My dad's mom.
Well, my mom's mom.
Yeah. My dad's dad, and also my dad's grandfather. My great grandfather used to make wine in his basement. So, but like, yeah, I got that exclusively on my dad's side. Like most of the people in my family, even my aunt, is fucking the dirty alky.
Can you put Cameron's comment up, Thomas?
Sure. See what it says. Hey, yes, Tim, I got it. And let's be real, you always like to drink. Ha 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 ha.
Listen, of the two of us, which one of us is actually an alcoholic and which one is, as a social drinker? I'm not giving you crap for it.
The alcohol.
Because, yeah, I've been there at that point too. But I don't drink every day. When I see you, I drink because I'm around people and I drink. So, yes, every time you see me, I'm drinking. Yes, that's true. Okay. And he was also there when I passed out, and he helped help take care of me and me not die. And my cat's here.
Kitty time.
Love Cameron.
We got kitty time.
Also, I apologize for calling you an alcoholic. But do you drink every day? I don't. That's the thing. I don't drink every day. I'm drinking today.
There are days I usually take Sunday off. It's usually my day to kind of like recoup and drink water and
dry out.
Yeah. There's been times where like I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I definitely drink a lot, but that's just, I admit that shit, but I don't do it when I work. That's my one rule. Like if I'm working and on the clock, I don't do shit. Just because I'm like, it's a reward for getting through the day kind of thing.
I saw a great video someone put on Facebook. I think it's a TikTok, and someone was talking about anyone else fascinated by functioning alcoholics. Like these guys get super insanely hammered and wake up like an hour before work and then do their job fine.
Ooh, damn. I grew up in the LA crack era. I would never really I would never really have issues with any speeds. It was the opioid. Or the opiate got me after an accident. Yeah, I mean,
scares me. It really does.
Vicodin is one of my favorite drugs to be prescribed. Like if I get prescribed Vicodin, I'm in, bro. Like,
yeah, I had
if somebody has it and offers, I'll do it. But I don't I won't buy it or anything. I just love how Vicodin makes me feel. I just can't. I know I have to Uber that night though.
I had some buddies that have had a surgery or something dental going on again, Vicodin, and they didn't like it, so I just took it a long time ago though. Not really a thing I do too much anymore. I'm not saying never, but not really. But
bro.
But the thing is, if you're prescribed it, it can be a whole thing, man. Like
it was like a treat. It was like a treat in my mouth. I know OC pretty well from 2008.
Is that when they were still prescribing it like fucking candy? They used to.
Yeah.
They used to give it to you for like my shoulder kind of hurts. I slipped on it weird. Okay, Oxycontin. Because they were told it wasn't addictive. Which is
I could. But if you have a pill thing,
watch Dope Sick on Hulu. Fucking awesome.
To me, like those kind of Oxy, I took once. I took one pill and it made me itch, and I was like, no, fuck this bullshit, dude. If this is what it makes me feel like, But Vicodin, when I had my tonsils taken out at 25, actually, Thomas, It was right after we both had kind of graduated from OCB, and I had gotten my tonsils. I had gotten tonsillitis and everything. I was down for months, and it was actually how I found The Walking Dead. But it's the
So everyone
they
who
took
watches
him-
the Walking Dead is on opiates, is what you're saying?
pretty much, yeah.
Pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah.
Nowadays, yeah, it's still like it should have been done like 4 seasons ago, right? That's what I hear. I never watched it.
They killed Rick. Spoiler for anybody in the fucking that hasn't read the comic. They kill Rick at the end of the comic anyway. So it's over now in the comic book, but they're just dragging that horse, man. Like
Now they're doing a movie where they're gonna bring Rick back. So
that's been talked about for years, though.
I know.
Ew.
I watched
Like,
one
I'm done.
episode. Watched one episode of Walking Dead because our buddy, whose birthday is today, Sean Lynch,
Yes.
did what was supposed to be on because he was part of the video game, and then they put his character in the show, but he got cut out.
Yeah.
So I watched it. I'm like, oh, you weren't on. He's like, yeah, man, they cut me out. So it happens. It happens, but that's the only episode I ever watched. But he is in the video game. I know that.
He is.
Yeah.
The Telltale game.
I think I told you this. I think like I was gonna ask him today because I did message him for his birthday. I think his play is like next fall or when. I don't know. It's
Is
like
it
the
today's
next-
birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Happy
Message
birthday,
him, you
buddy.
asshole. He's not listening.
I hope he would. So my screen's frozen, so that's nice.
I see you.
You see me moving?
Yeah, are you doing all right now, John? I hope so. I know that stuff's fucking wacky. You watched Dope Sick on Hulu yet? That's fucking great.
I
The
have
new episode
not.
comes out tonight at midnight, and it's I'm gonna probably watch it tonight. It's fucking great. It's a great show. Michael fucking Keaton. Is that all I have to say? Michael fucking Keaton. Michael fucking Keaton.
Yes.
Yeah, and Rosario
I
Dawson
love
and all
Michael
kinds of great.
Keaton.
It's a great cast. Great cast. Great show. Barry Levinson does most of the episodes. The director who he did Rain Man is what is probably his biggest movie, but a bunch of other great movies. Anyway, watch that. It's great. Like I said, next episode comes out tonight. Dope Sick.
I watched
Hulu.
Red Notice on Sunday.
That's
How'd
fun.
you like it?
It's fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's a wacky buddy cop or like a buddy comedy with a twist. Like it was. I called a lot of stuff.
By the way,
Yes.
quickly, I want to say, and I hate when people do this. Saying that there's a great twist or there's a twist is a fucking spoiler, man. Don't fucking do that.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. Raymond.
Yeah.
People are going to be, if they haven't seen it, they're going to be looking for it.
Yeah.
They used to do that in trailers. Maybe sometimes they do. You'll
Well,
never see the ending coming. I'm like, why would
no.
you say that?
No, it's not a buddy. Well, I mean, it's like a buddy comedy with a twist. Like the way they set the relationship up between The Rock and.
Right.
I'm not saying
Spoiler
that.
alert,
Like,
the
I
twist
didn't give
is that
the
they're all
ending.
kangaroos, actually. Boom. They're all
Yeah.
kangaroos.
They put jewels in their pouches and hop away. It's
Right.
much like Tank Girl, and there is sax in it, so that's a good thing.
I think the thing that just pissed me off with the Ghostbusters, like the trailers have been fine all the way up until a couple of weeks ago when they put in that the OG Ghostbusters are going to be in it. I would have just kept that quiet until the movie came out because we already know the movie's getting great reviews. It's going to be awesome, but keep secrets like that to yourself. Just like we all know there's going to be multiple Spider-Men. Yeah.
Well, yeah, those guys have been at talk shows together and stuff.
Yeah.
They said when the movie was made, those guys are going to be back. But yeah, I expect this one to be a lot better than the last one. Again, I want to say this: the reason the last one sucked had nothing to do with the fact that they were women.
Yes, it was.
No,
it was poorly written.
Paul, what's his name? Paul Feig or Paul Feig? Paul Feig.
Yeah.
He also directed Bridesmaids, and those ladies were in Bridesmaids, and Bridesmaids is a great movie. Bridesmaids is hilarious.
They should
legitimately
never
really
have
funny
made
movie.
a female fucking Ghostbusters.
Why not?
That's not why it wasn't funny though. Let's just say it could have been better. Like, listen, Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig, Leslie Jones, and Kate. What's her name?
Kate McKinnon.
Kate McHugh. What's her name?
Kate McKinnon.
Kate McKinnon. Thank you. They're fucking killers. They're all great.
All solid besides Leslie Jones.
I like
All
her
solid.
movies.
What you got against Leslie Jones?
She's just not funny. She's
said
just
that
not
before on the
funny.
show.
She has her moments.
I don't like her I'm not a big fan of her stand-up, but like
No.
her in movies and TV, she's good.
I mean, she was good on SNL.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say this. I saw a bit from SNL. It was Weekend Update. It's this new woman they have on the show. I'm already wanting her to just get booted off.
You talking about this weekend?
Yeah.
Overall, yeah, she was horrible.
Dude,
She
and
was horrible.
I've seen her stand up. Like, I've seen her stand up. I've judged her based on her stand up alone. And she's just like, and you can tell she's reading the cue cards. She's not
Everyone's
making eye contact with the audience at all. After, like, during the read, you kind of,
that whole show is cue cards. No one doesn't read the cue cards in that show.
I know, and it's showing a lot more. Like, even like the SNL of the mid 2000s had a little bit, you could tell there was improv going on. There's barely any improv going on SNL anymore. Like, everybody's reading the cue cards very much intentionally rather than going off script or saying something funny.
Well, they're supposed to do it the way it's rehearsed, man. That's what, if you went off the rails all the time, you know, it'd be a problem.
But I guarantee you, Lauren will say, like, improv, everybody. It's still there. Like,
I think he doesn't really care as long as it's funny and doesn't offend people.
Exactly. And I agree with you on that, but it's just not funny anymore. Like,
But see,
they've had some funny moments.
The past couple of weeks, they've been pulling stuff and then putting it back out there. Like last week, Cecily Strong's part, a Weekend Update, got pulled, but they re-released it and put it on YouTube.
Yeah. That's just cool now because they can put dress rehearsal sketches on YouTube now. Like, hey, the only reason, like, we like the sketch a lot and we think it's funny. But the only reason it wasn't on the show is because the show has a set time limit. So it says cut for time. Like that. I think that was that Donald Glover calf sketch.
Calf sketch, yeah.
That was told for time, and I thought it was so fucking hilarious.
It was.
I know a lot of Cavs players didn't like it too much, and you know what? Yeah, but it's a joke, though. Yes, LeBron could not do it without you guys, of course. But it's a joke,
right?
Oh, dude, I don't know. Well, you guys don't follow hockey as much as I do, but supposedly
hockey the one with the chicks and the high socks and the ball and the one stick.
No, that's a form of it, but I'm talking about, a real man sport, unlike football.
Hey.
Oh, I can debate you on why hockey is way farther superior sport than football.
I'm not going to
dumb argument.
We're going to respect each other's sports equally.
I can't.
Anyway,
have
I shit on wrestling
football
once?
Yes.
In 114 episodes? Not
you
really.
Have
I
said the word fake?
As a joke.
But
and then I apologized.
Sir?
I did sarcastically to rally you up. And I apologize because I actually, I'm well aware that it's not fake. It's fixed. I'm well aware of that.
Hockey is that gay sport Canadians play with bad dental hygiene.
Good Jesus.
The bad dental hygiene comes from our CTE and depression. Okay?
Football players have their teeth.
I know. But we get. And that is a reason why I say hockey is a better sport. It's a more dangerous sport than fucking football. By far. Way more dangerous. And you actually get a weapon to start the game. Like, how do you not love that?
That you're not allowed to use.
Yeah, you are. Oh,
well,
yeah. There's ways to get around it.
Right.
I mean, I can tell you stories of me like pushing it into the back of kids' knees and shit,
Uh,
just so they like
yeah,
like
sure,
I can
yeah.
hurt them a little bit. I've done a
And
lot.
I understand that you can get so much speed in skates that you know it's like
It's
like
about
a train coming. I understand that.
average speed's about I think it's like between 16 and 19 miles an hour for a
but
skater.
But football, I shouldn't say this. I don't want to make it a whole thing because it's like comparing apples and oranges. But football is hitting constantly.
What?
Football is just
Are
hitting.
you fucking out of
Football
your mind?
Are you telling me there's less hitting in foot physical? There's less physical contact in football than there is in hockey. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. 45-second shifts. Guys are throwing their bodies into each other. And you also have a wall that you can throw your opponent into physically and cause them bodily harm. There's so much more to hockey than like just
I'm
the
not shitting on
skating and the
hockey.
passing. Like there's a
But
way to hurt people in that game that if football players did it, they would
always have
claim
their hands
3
on
months
people,
on the
though.
IRL.
They're always hitting like.
So
There's
is
5
hockey.
giant wall men and 5 defensive linemen running into each other constantly. It never stops.
Thomas, I want you to bring up right now the amount of body contact, like contact hits in an average football game compared to a hockey game.
Well, if they're
3-minute periods,
if you're not counting
60
lines,
minutes.
trying to get past lines, then it doesn't matter. You know, that's what I'm talking about.
But that's
I'm not talking just
called
tackles.
hugging. That's a hugging somebody.
All right,
Body
okay,
contact is like Eric Lindros's 18th concussion.
All right, we're
Like
gonna get an offensive. We're gonna get an offensive lineman. We're gonna get Brian Kenny. All right, you're gonna try to get around Brian Kenny, and we're gonna do that. We're gonna let him hit you hard.
Okay,
we're doing that.
I will say this
because I'm not talking shit about hockey at all.
Yes, you
I'm just
are.
saying. I'm just saying.
You said there's more body. There's more contact in football than there is
you know
hockey.
what? I'll also say this. I may be wrong, but like just watching it, it feels like there's more hitting altogether in football.
No, there's body contact, but there's not hitting. Hitting and even like
every 5 seconds.
Even football has some very bullshit rules when it comes to contact of like wide receivers and all that. And I get why they're being slammed into the ground. I get that.
Football used to be a fucking prison riot.
Is hockey a contact or a high contact sport? Yes.
I was gonna say no, right?
Which sport is more physical? Boxing. Degree of difficulty sports ranking. Hockey is rated higher.
But I don't know. I don't understand that degree of difficulty. I mean, listen, it says probably a more difficult sport because you have to skate. I don't understand what the degree of difficulty means.
I don't know.
I would say
physically
that
demanding
to play football, 100%. I could go out and kind of play football. I get crushed, but I couldn't kind of play hockey because I can't skate. I get that.
Let's see something here.
And it's when I learned how much more harder.
I knew that too.
Yeah, hockey has proved to be 17% harder than hits in the NFL.
I knew that because you pick up a lot of speed. How fast are they fucking moving sometimes?
Between, like I said, 16 to 19 miles an hour is an average player.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, guys don't get up to. I mean, receivers on a breakaway or running backs on a breakaway will get up that high, maybe the 20s, but they not linebackers like tackling.
You can take this off, by the way. Oh, something I just found out, by the way, is StreamYard has hotkeys now.
Hotkeys, baby, this evening. What does that mean?
It needs some hotkeys, baby, tonight.
Yeah, what does that mean?
It means that Thomas can like just press buttons now and bring shit up. Like they added that feature. I just saw that when I was setting shit up.
And you're not already a master of it, Thomas?
He doesn't know.
I didn't know that was there.
That's his
exactly.
Job. That's his job. He's not getting paid for.
Well, that's just because of the felony. I mean, that's all that really is.
Why we got to bring up the history though?
Doesn't every employer ask you? Don't you have to explain it to every employer?
The last couple, I got lucky. I didn't have to. My last 3.
But they can.
But they can. But now with nobody wanting a job, they're not asking nothing.
No.
I bet.
No.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's been.
Can
I
ask
my
one
gig.
yes or no question? Just one real quick.
Go
Was it violent?
No, I told
Okay,
you what it was.
I didn't think it was. I don't think you did.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, was it the check thing?
I wrote over $100,000 in bad checks and got caught on 7,500.
Oh, okay.
That's funny.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Come on, Frank Abagnale. You got to be smarter than that.
Hey, it seemed like an easy hustle for me at the time.
I should barely be. You get prison for that, huh?
Well,
I mean,
I played with it. I was put on. I was about to say I was put on prostitution. I was put on probation.
That would be a horrible punishment. It's all dudes. It just turns into an episode of Oz.
You're sentenced to 200 tricks.
With no possibility of money.
But no, I was put on probation twice, and I played with it. And the judge on the third time that they caught me from under probation was like, "Nah, you going down. You're going away." So I went away for 7 months in a camp. And the most perfect thing
was it like life? Did somebody make you stand on a thing of bottles or something?
No, it was like a dorm. It was like a college dorm. You had your cell was like a room.
It was like a halfway house almost.
No, not a halfway house. It was like say you go to shit. I can't even think of a camp. It was almost like a damn Camp Cheerful type thing. Your dorm rooms.
So you were in holes pretty much,
huh?
You were like in holes almost.
No,
it was the fat camp from Heavyweights. Ben Stiller was there running
real
shit.
Similar.
You see what John's saying about football? See, say I played football for years in college, and I had 9 surgeries. We used to beat up hockey players for fun on the weekends. See.
Well, okay.
Also, they're bigger. Like hockey doesn't have 6'8", 350-pound guys who can run a 4.6.
Well,
like,
no,
they don't have
we're
that in
all
hockey.
Cardio. That's another thing. Is we're all cardio.
That's true. Because the cardio is definitely different for football. That's true.
Oh, yeah. We don't have to sit down in a position with sinewy haunches in front of a quarterback.
I mean, how many like real stocky soccer players do you see? You don't even not many.
No. Did you see that one like from Manchester City? Dude's got like I think
Stefan.
No, it's
goalkeeper. No,
dude's got I think he's already had 2 new rape cases have been brought against this motherfucker. I didn't read the story fully. You probably perpetrated more violence in jail than you need to get in there.
That probably happens a lot, though, right? I mean, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, this seems like you didn't go to max security prison.
I didn't go to jail. It was like I said, it was like a day camp. Like the roughest thing that something happened.
You were basically in Goodfellas.
Non-violent offenders should not fucking be in that fucking hard. I don't even think drug people should be in. It's non-violent.
Agreed.
They shouldn't be in that hardcore maximum security. No, it's fucking ridiculous. Because they come out worse than they went in.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't got nowhere to put you, then they got to put you where they got to put you. That's why I was put in Dayton. They didn't have anywhere to put me up north.
Wow.
So, yeah.
There's a lot of prisons in this, and they're super full. So there's another thing. Like, I think what you're saying, Thomas, could have been settled with house arrest. Like, I don't know why more people, they just don't do that shit.
No, we haven't, John. That sounds bad, though.
Wait, what did it say?
JIT camp, juvenile detention camp, I'm assuming.
Oh.
It's like, ugh.
No.
That does not sound fun, especially in Florida.
Is that where The Rock comes in and coaches your football team?
No.
What I love about that is he did like you could have put he was a like white dude with a mustache. Like you could have had
I
you
know.
could have had Matthew McConaughey play the same thing he did in We Are Marshall.
Just
and it
talking
would
to
have
the
been the
side of his
same
mouth the whole
thing.
time.
Oh my God. I
he
love
used to
that
coach
movie
the
too. But he
University of Worcester Scots. Yeah.
was...
No, honestly, no, the Wheel Marshall thing is really a great story. I mean, number
It
one,
is.
the plane crash is so tragic, the plane crash, and the fact that they decided they wanted to put a football team together so quickly, of course, it was going to be bad.
Yeah. And shout out
at the time, freshmen couldn't play for whatever reason, which is crazy. I mean, how many great freshmen have there been? But they let Marshall, so that helped them in recruiting probably a lot. I mean, it probably put them, I don't know, probably took them a lot less years to build back up than it did because of that.
Beth,
That's you know what? That's a good point, John.
Especially since the mob was holding guns on him during the scenes in the 70s.
Oh wow!
What?
Hey man. Well, listen, Thomas, they got to get it right. If they're getting paid, you got to do it right.
Yeah.
Also, there's some of those guys were
better be hard, or this 9mm will be harder against your skull.
Right. Plus, a lot of those guys were there by court order because they turned their 200 tricks.
That's a totally different genre of porn that we don't want to get into or create a grinder.
Gladiator School. Was that that show Pat Miletich was talking about? Is going to be on Stars?
I don't. He said he was supposed to do something after they were doing Spartacus on fucking Stars.
Yeah,
which would have been nice.
Yeah,
but they sadly scrapped it. And for those of you watching, there is a Pat Miletich interview. Go watch it on our list. It is up there. And then also do what the bottom part tells you. Do what the bottom part tells you. Listen to the sound of my voice.
Penis says.
What was that?
So do what the purple penis says.
The purple penis. What are you reading?
Says NFL players are insane athletes. I mean,
I'm not saying they're not athletes. I'm just saying hockey as a sport is better than football.
Well, we talked about things being subjective before.
Yeah,
it's definitely what it is, and I have no problem with hockey at all. I like hockey, just fine.
I have no problem with hockey.
I have to defend it because I was around a lot of soccer players and when I was a kid. So I
used to give soccer shit for a long time too. I don't as much anymore. Although, man, they give the NBA players a run for their money when it comes to flopping. They really do.
Yeah. This is all so dark. Yes. Kind of.
Is it? Oh, I guess we're talking about prison and porn.
I love boogie nights. You want to kiss me? You want to make out? You want to kiss me in the mouth?
I've never seen Boogie Nights.
Oh, it's a fucking it is one of the saddest funny films I've ever watched in my life. There is not a moment that does it. It's like The Shining. The Shining is an unintentional dark comedy for me, and it shouldn't be. But I like Boogie Nights, though, is one of those movies where I know all of it. I've seen it a few times, but I can quote it because of Opie and Anthony, because they used to reference Boogie Nights all the goddamn time, and it just makes me howl. Guys, the best players in hockey are white. That's not true. The best players in football are black. Not true.
I knew it was coming.
Most of them are, Ray. In both cases.
There are some. PK Subban is.
Yeah, I know PK Subban plays for Nashville. He's playing for Nashville still?
No, he doesn't. He does not play for Nashville anymore. He plays for Montreal.
Okay. Anyway.
But Jerome McGinley, one of the greatest players of all time. There are several goalies in the NHL that are black. So
this is what his point is. Same thing with football.
Who cares?
No one cares, but I'm just saying that's what Casey's point was. I'm just saying that's what his point was.
Right.
I have to defend my sport because I had to do it against sissy soccer players most of my life.
We're not saying hockey shit. We just talk about football, and you're just like hockey. That's the whole thing.
PTSD.
We're like football, and you're like stop
PTSD.
it, hockey. Right. That's what
I want to talk. Well, also, what we were talking about, LeBron. This is how we got down this whole rabbit hole but supposedly my Pittsburgh Penguins are up on the fucking sale block, and I had no fucking clue. And Fenway Sports Group, the
So are
people
the
that
Pirates,
own
right?
what?
So are the Pirates. Can you get a twofer by the Pirates and
You
the
know
Penguins?
what? Well, they
for
already
one?
Fenway already owns the Red Sox, so I don't think you can own two MLB teams at once. But
No, you used to be able to. Back in the day.
The thing that makes me sad is the group also has LeBron James as an investor. And I don't want LeBron James anywhere near the Pittsburgh Penguins. I don't want him anywhere near anything involving the sport of hockey because he already has kind of ruined the sport of NBA. So yeah,
Sport of NBA. But isn't he a part owner of the Red Sox now?
yeah.
Oh, forgot again what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I was gonna ask Thomas. Is Usher still a part owner of the Cavs, or did you sell that shit?
Very interesting question. I think he's not.
No,
but
he's not.
I hope he is, for the simple fact the comments that's made about the women he brings up there, or the woman that he's supposed to be married to, that he brought up there, she was according to people, she was a monster, and she looked like a monster, a very manly monster.
Oh man,
you have to do an Adam's apple check.
Maybe.
Hold on. I'm going to answer this one. Hold on.
Oh, no.
I did see
Cleveland is still bitter towards LeBron.
Yeah.
Not
with
anymore.
me.
I'm not.
I was.
When he went to Miami, I was. But when he came back and won championship, like we wouldn't have a championship if it wasn't for him. I'm well aware of that. And when he went to LA, it wasn't really for
the
basketball
only sport
reasons.
I follow. Used to be a big Steeler fan. John, you just got better in my eyes. A little bit of a Warrior fan. Yeah. But fuck all of them now. UFC or bust. Attaboy. That's sort of my thing besides pro wrestling. Like, really, the only sports I do go to are MMA events, boxing, combat sports, but I follow hockey still because the connection.
My mom's boyfriend had Cavs tickets Monday, but and I don't even know if he had anybody to go with or not. And the reason I wasn't an option is because I was feeling like shit.
Yeah,
I mean they lost yesterday. Yeah, they lost to Boston, but
they were in a nice little run too.
No, Casey, we won that championship in 2016 that I void because everybody from that team except for Kevin Love is gone.
Yeah, but that
championship means nothing.
Really?
What?
Because everybody left, it means nothing. Really? Tell that to the 1997 Florida Marlins. Remember them? Like they got rid of everybody that year. They're like done. Time to rebuild.
The 1995 Houston Rockets. They cleaned house after that team, and we never won a championship again.
That title is tied to bullshit. And every time LeBron James opens his mouth, yes.
I'm not even a Cleveland lover, and I'm going to say that was one of the coolest moments of my life. I'm like, holy shit, my dad's prophecy came true. Cleveland would never win a championship in his lifetime because he's dead. So it's one of those things. And it was like, oh, fuck, he was right. He dies, and 5 years later, the fucking title.
To me, it means nothing. I don't take it away from anybody else, but to me, that means nothing. And now the Browns are headed that way with all this chaos and fucking confusion. God, I hope those stories come out later on. Well, yeah, it was discontent all over the place. And I just hope not.
I'm amazed they're not saying that now.
I'm not going to talk. I refuse to talk about the Browns today. Let's just move on to something else.
Dude.
The Cavs, though, yeah.
Brian Hoyer, Like, what the fuck?
But the fact
I didn't realize he was still in the league.
The fact that
I agree.
Everybody means that the championship they won means nothing. It doesn't make any sense to me. But
it's just my personal thing. Like I don't force my personal stuff on the people, but there is a very bitter thing with me for LeBron that needs to get exercised because I hate that dude. I hate him with a passion.
Thomas,
I me, it's a love hate. There's a lot of stuff about him I don't love too much, but I do like the fact that he came back to Cleveland and got us a championship. Did I like that he left in the first place? No, but I kind of understand it. He never went the way to college. He never had a chance to be like recruited. Well, he was recruited, but he never was going to go to college. Then he went to Miami, and then we call that like his college years, and he came back, and we won a championship. We wouldn't have done it without him. So, and then he left, but at least we got a championship out of it. And I know that him moving to LA was not a basketball decision as much as was his family wanted to move to LA. They didn't want to stay in Cleveland. His kids didn't want to grow up in Akron, go to St. V. They wanted to go to LA. So I get that.
Michael Che stand-up on Netflix just came up today, and I watched it. And Michael Che had a joke that was fucking hilarious, talking about all the Black Lives Matter protests and stuff like that. And he said, there's too many small forwards from the Lakers participating in Black Lives Matter.
That's all just one guy.
Yeah. I have to see this. That's hilarious.
Small forwards that wear number 23. Too many of them. Yeah.
And I'm gonna leave that there. I'm done. But
that's awesome. I have to now watch that on Netflix. Like I have to watch that fucking shit.
Hold on. Good point, Casey.
Karl Malone ended up in LA. All the great do.
Yeah. What did he do in LA? He was okay. But his best years were when John Stockton was this guy. John Stockton made Karl Malone great. Karl Malone was good, very good. But what he had in the career he had without John Stockton, I don't think so.
Nope.
Because those guys, and maybe the same thing with Stockton too. I mean, he would have still have steals, but those teams, like they were perfect for each other. A match made in heaven, and they were fantastic together. I mean, the way Stockton played and the way that Malone could run, he was a running forward, and the way that Stockton get the ball to him was great. I love those Jazz teams. Those 90s Jazz teams. I know they never won a championship, but Malone and Stockton.
They were fun to watch.
One of my favorite players of all time.
That's like the Sacramento Kings back when they were battling with the Lakers.
Should have won one with the Jazz. I know they had to play the Bulls. I get that, but they were. Who else was on that team? Like Brad Ostertag. Like who was in that?
Greg Ostertag. Brian. Dang, I can't remember dude's name. Brian. Shoot. Because that's who he got into it. Jordan got into it with. And they actually, on Brian Russell, they almost fought for real.
Oh, geez.
Hot Rod Hundley was the announcer. He was good. See,
thank you, Casey. Yeah. It was Brian Russell. Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, I'm going to say I don't know much past probably 95 for basketball. LeBron obviously, but maybe Yao Ming. Like that was when I really my dad took me to a Rockets Cavs game to see Yao Ming play basketball. And this was the dopey dumbass, like the year after they win the championship and go from probably one of the coolest logos in the NBA just because of how basic it was to that dopey ass rocket going around a basketball.
That real thin one, the skinny one. Like looks like a dick, kind of.
One of the worst logos in the history of the National Basketball Association is that logo. And I would have to say, oh, fuck. I'm trying to think. There's been some bad logos in the NBA.
Teams rebrand in the NBA more than any other sport.
No, was the first CRISPR baby.
There you go, Casey. That's good.
Yes.
He may have been made in a lab in China.
That should be a hero of the week honorable mention.
Yeah, that's great. I saw Yao Ming's old house when he first moved to Houston. He built a house in the Woodlands, Texas, and it was close to where my uncle lived. And I saw it. And actually, my aunt was with the architecture firm.
10 feet tall, it's everything is like 50 feet tall in the house, so you can feel small.
Well, it's she's with the architecture firm that built it, and my aunt, and she said apparently what happened is he built it like, I don't know, it looked like a traditional Chinese building. I don't know what the name of the building is. But he wanted to build like an extra layer on top, and they're like, I mean, you can, but there was like lake right next to it, I think, or a big pond, I think a lake. And then they're like, it's gonna sink though if you do that. And they did it, and it's sinking. Like he had to move, I think, because it started sinking into the lake. Yeah.
Much like his career.
Oh, did it sink?
That was
Oh.
injury related.
That's
yeah,
what I'm saying.
The support, just like his house and in his body, the supports went out from under him, and he can't perform anymore.
There was no foundation.
No
Absolutely
foundation.
none.
Yeah, he just started. The foundation was crumbling, and that's what happened.
Oh, you can only hope that happens to the Chinese Republic right now. But
Oh,
great. Now we're just gonna go straight to pop. Great
go
show
just
today,
big
guys.
business. I'm putting my big business hat on today,
You get
everybody.
red, white, and blue hat. That's
Where that's actually
Patriot Ray.
that's actually at my friend's house. Yeah, that's there. Forgot it. It's under her bed, actually.
you realize we're close to water, and they got subs that they just tested out.
Not even subs, subatomic missiles,
right?
or subsonic missiles.
Are
Right,
you,
They
and the
missed
water
like
is right
25
near us.
miles.
are you talking about
That's
Lake
scary.
Erie, Thomas?
Yeah, whatever that is. That
How could they get to Lake Erie with the submarine?
I don't know.
I
It's
mean-
over there. I ain't taking
They have to
chances.
drop it in from the air.
No, you can take the long way around. I
From
mean,
where? But not the ocean.
it's nuclear powered, sir.
What?
Most subs are nuclear powered. That fucking goes for a long time.
No. There's no possible way. Are you saying you can get it from China to Lake Erie through just water?
I think you could.
No.
If you take a certain route, yeah.
No, it doesn't. The Great Lakes don't hook to the ocean, Ray.
Look,
Yeah,
look.
there's one that does.
I don't think so. Look that up, Thomas. I'm almost positive it's not. So
I
what you're
don't
saying
know.
is ridiculous.
Probably not.
I'll
I'm
apologize if
terrible
you're
at
wrong. This
geography.
is a ridiculous. How could they? Only thing they have to airdrop it.
Come through Canada. There's
There we go,
commies up
right.
They
there.
go through the land. Yeah, but I'm talking about water. They couldn't start it in China through the water and it goes to Lake Erie. It'd have to go. It'd have to fucking go through land, go through Canada, and then
don't
come
know.
through Lake Erie.
I don't know.
Unless they dropped it in midair.
I'm also high and drunk, so
Hey, I'm paranoid. I'm just gonna say it.
Hey man, given the way the world is now, fucking paranoid all the goddamn time. But
Hold on. So I got the fact right here. We're gonna put it up on the screen.
I'd be very surprised if I'm wrong here.
No, you might actually like this explanation, but this tells us that Lake Erie
drains into the Ontario via the Niagara River. The entire river flows into the Atlantic Ocean via the St. Lawrence River as it flows from its western mount point in Duluth, Minnesota to the Atlantic. The waterway drops in elevation. So, yeah, you have to actually like 600 feet. That's Niagara. It's probably Niagara. So you'd have to like stop at Niagara Falls and then go back.
It has to hit a ramp.
Yeah.
Niagara Falls and just listen. My point is, if they bomb Cleveland through the Great Lake with a submarine missile, number one, why? Like, why do you hate Cleveland so much? Do you go through all that trouble?
Because of what we just said.
Probably.
Maybe, just us.
Xi Jinping is a little bit of what we like to call a sensitive Sal. So
There's going to be a submarine missile and tap in the lake down here by me somehow. How did it get there? I don't fucking know, man. Chinese fucking technology. Well, they dug a hole. You can dig a hole to China. They dig a hole all the way through the center of the earth.
No drain.
The lake.
The lake doesn't drain because it's just constantly there. Because it's a flat Earth theory. It's there. That's how you do it.
We're not going there.
I know. I'm not one of those people. Wilt Chamberlain is the greatest b-ball player ever. Wilt Chamberlain probably is the greatest porn star ever. But like, exposing trolls. Yo, shout out from London. Hey man, thank you. Thank you for being
Wilt Chamberlain in the modern NBA wouldn't touch the basketball probably, which is very unfortunate, but it's probably true.
You sound like you from a movie, yo. I'm not even gonna try and
Sure.
do a British accent here because I can't do one.
Which movie? Probably some B movie starring Brian Bosworth, probably.
Stone Cold.
There's no
Will
real good
Chamberlain
film
was
of
7
him, is there?
foot.
Well, I guess there's no real good film with a 100-point game, so it's fake. That's the conspiracy theory, is that it never actually happened.
What, the 100-point game?
Right.
Oh man,
They want you to try to do the accent.
No, I
Do it.
can't.
Do it.
And the sad
Fucking do
part
it.
is,
Fucking
the
do
sad
it.
part is, I actually have like family in England.
No, you
Like,
don't. Fucking do it.
Yeah,
right
I do.
now.
Legit.
Fucking do it. Fucking do
No.
it.
No, it's terrible. I do a better Irish accent than I do an English accent. So, and even that one's like sus at most. Alex Jones hasn't called
And
today.
he's not going to. He's not going
if there's a request for a call, I
There's
could
not.
text him.
There's not.
Hold on, let me text him.
There's not. There's not.
I'm gonna text him,
Stop.
see what he's doing.
Stop. I need to go to the bathroom.
All right,
Yeah.
go pee. I'm gonna text Alex.
Yes, we saw Superbad. What is Ray? McLovin on TRT?
Yeah, McLovin.
McLovin on TRT. Yeah, that's you.
Yeah. See, Alex is actually at a Bible study right now, so he can't call. So
Thank
it might not
goodness.
happen today, guys.
It's
But
good.
there might be a day where I'm running late and I have to text Alex for comic relief.
I've never been to England. Fun fact.
I wanna go.
I've been to Germany and France, but I've never been to England.
Did you see
Austria.
anybody in their underpants?
I hate you so much. Wow, you're fucking awful.
I wanted that so bad.
Like the
Me too.
yeah,
Me
the
too.
real one calls us. The dad jokes are not even good. Like Marty Drexler would give you a swirly for that dad joke. Like, it's a terrible dad. Just bad.
That's how I do.
Anyway, been to Austria,
Well,
Switzerland
yeah.
by accident, which is weird.
How was Switzerland?
I don't know. I was barely in Switzerland. I was like just over the border. I wasn't supposed to go. Our bus broke down, so we ended up in Switzerland, but just like over the border. So technically, I've been to Switzerland, but I know nothing about Ohio. We're from Ohio.
Ohio. Yeah, we're the Manchester United fan club from Ohio.
It's from a movie.
It is. Yeah.
But,
My baby takes the morning train.
North.
Brixton.
That's
Brixton?
cool. We're in north.
I don't know what
Northeast
Brixton is,
Ohio,
but-
most of us.
Yeah, we're from like Northeast Ohio,
Cleveland area. The place where the river catches on fire every couple years.
The last time it happened was on my birthday, by the way. That was
It happened last year,
well, that's the Akron portion. That's Akron.
but it's still the river. We're talking about the Cuyahoga River.
Yeah, but that's Akron's portion. This
But it's
is
still the river.
Cleveland's portion only catches like right by the lake.
You're the guy who is just trying to make all these water flows into other water.
And then they do.
Points, and then all of a sudden,
My cousin does. I'm
West Ham- I'm not sure what that is. Is this some sort of pork product?
West Ham United. It's a Premier League soccer team.
I know.
I
play FIFA.
exposing
I play
trolls.
FIFA, fam. I know who Hampton is.
Where the mighty warrior Jake
true.
and Logan Paul are. Yeah,
That's true. Yeah.
I grew up
Pride of West.
probably 35 minutes from where they grew up. Betty White is hot in Cleveland. Yes,
It's
yes,
true.
she is, and still sexy at
Been trying to get Betty White on.
70,000 years old.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, about around. They're from Northeast Ohio.
They're from Akron. I'm closer to Akron than to
Yes.
Cleveland. Those guys are closer to Cleveland than Akron.
I agree with him that Logan and Jake Paul are the greatest fighters to ever grace the ring from Northeast Ohio.
Well, there are some actual great boxers from Northeast
I know.
Ohio. Kelly Pavlik and Bam Bam Mancini.
Boom Boom Mancini.
Boom Boom Mancini, my bad.
Can't wait for them to get iced.
The
So
Tyson
does
Fury fight
everyone
Holloway,
from
right?
Northeast Ohio. Everybody wants to see them go down hard, and I don't blame them.
It's a really
Like,
weird love-hate with the Paul brothers. Like, more power to them for making money. And like, are you proud they're from Northeast Ohio? I'm like, yes and no, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like,
Go
I don't
pee
want
and we'll
people to
talk
think
about
that everyone
that.
from Northeast Ohio is like the Paul brothers. I don't want that.
Thank you. Thank you, Exposing Trolls. You have a great name also.
I get some more bourbon because
and send us trolls you're exposing on our Instagram, and we'll expose them with you.
Sure, we love more foreign people or listeners. It sounds weird the way I say it, right? Foreign people, listeners. That's cool. That's cool. All the way around. Internet, man. Internet's fucking nuts, isn't it, bro?
It is, bro. Go pee. I got to pee too. So you go first, and me and Thomas will talk for a minute. We'll talk about something. I don't know, but take him off. Take him off. I don't want to see him anymore.
Okay.
He's not worthy. He's not worthy of our time, Thomas. The real show starts. By the way, Exposing Trolls, if you can't tell by my shirt, it's who I support in the Premier League. They do what they want. They do what they want. We're Man United. We do what we want. Because me and my cousin have gotten into some fucking Premier League talk about that shit. And she's actually the one that got me into ska, like 80s British ska, which I have to say, I love Real Big Fish and all the other bands from the 90s, but 80s ska is so fucking good. So good, son.
See, I don't have any experience with any 80s ska or any ska period, but I
was about to say, I'll send you some, the one that everybody always starts off with is the Specials. They're sort of the ones that started the whole thing. The song, "A Message to You, Rudy," like that's them. Fucking Mayhem. Oh God, who did Tears of a Clown? Fuck, why can't I remember what they're called? But there's actually a British ska band that did a version of Tears of a Clown from what's his name?
Smokey.
That's it, Smokey Robinson. They did a version of it, and it's fucking good. And what makes me giggle about the whole thing is like British ska had to have a like immigrant Jamaican be a part of their band at all times, right? So you'll hear this like white dude from Britain with an accent singing like, if there's a smile on my face, it's only they're trying to fool the public, that kind of shit. And then all of a sudden you hear Tears of a Clown. You're like, oh, come on. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Oh, shit. Well, I mean,
Although the Specials were cool because it was started by two Jamaican immigrants and a British British white dude, but the way they did their music was just so fucking good. Two-Tone, I love Two-Tone records. So much fun.
Tommy Two-Tone? You talking about Tommy Two-Tone?
No, we're talking about.
You guys got into the 80s one-hit wonders conversation without me?
No, but I will say this. I'm so glad that as a wrestling fan, that Tarzan Boy by Baltimora is a theme song in professional wrestling. And it's for Luke Perry's kid, Jungle Jack Perry, or Jungle Boy Jack Perry. You don't like Jungle Boy. You don't like Jungle Boy, Thomas?
No, it's not that I don't like Jungle Boy. Like I think I told you a few weeks ago, I'm trying to let AEW grow, and I'm gonna go back and watch the pay-per-view because now I think is a good time to get into it.
Yeah.
But the whole thing with Jungle Boy comes on, and my brother is watching, and he goes crazy every time he hears that song. And it's
Jungle Life. I'm far away from nowhere.
You're 27 years old going crazy over a midget man's theme song.
No, at least it's not Marco Stunt. Jungle Boy has size compared to a fucking 4'9" sideshow act who sucked on a dildo during a wrestling show. Jungle Boy would never do that. Jungle Boy has clout. Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah, that's enough wrestling talk, boys.
Huh?
Enough wrestling talk. All right,
never
your own sideshow. It's a wrestling show. I don't know. You gotta call
never, motherfucker. Never.
Kenny Omega's hurt.
Get some sort of Heaven's Gate pun. What? Hell's Gate pun.
Good. I'm glad he's hurt. Get out of the way and let somebody else be.
God damn.
You fucking you Canuck. I'm
gonna hey,
and do my promos like I'm completely out of breath at all times. Like, no,
Maybe he is, man.
Sucks.
You don't know. You don't know about his asthma.
I need Don Callis to give me an inhaler after I talk. Fucking jag off.
You leave Kenny alone.
No, I will. I didn't get him as the cleaner in New Japan. He stuck out in the Bullet Club like a sore thumb. Ugh.
But I love him. Love Kenny.
He's good as a Street Fighter character, I guess, but that's about it. Like, and he actually is legitimately the voice of a Street Fighter character, yeah, which makes me sad.
Is it E Honda?
No, I wish.
Oh, I can see Kenny Omega voicing E Honda.
My legs. I was going to say, my limbs stretch very far.
Listen, I'm gonna bust in right now with a hot MMA take, real quick. We'll talk more about it later, but I think it's time that Ben Rothwell got beat. I think it's time for him to step aside. He's like king of Kenosha and give the crown to Kyle Rittenhouse.
Apparently, especially after the trial that's gone on. Jesus Christ.
He is the real protector of Kenosha, Wisconsin, obviously.
Dude, he got fucked up. And good on De Lima for actually being like, are you going to stop this, and not wanting to hurt Ben Rothwell? Because he fucked him up.
Yeah, what's going on with Herb Dean, man? He was going to stop it, then decided not to stop it. One or the other, bro. We love Herb Dean, but that was fucking weird. Like, he was about to stop it, then he's like, just kidding. Okay, for real now. It was weird.
Yeah. After De Lima, there was actually a funny meme that was Herb Dean was my wife, Rothwell was my girlfriend, and De Lima was me. And it was just De Lima like, no, you didn't see this. But no, to me, honestly, I give Herb Dean a pass on this based on one thing. Rothwell is a tough son of a bitch. He does know how to kind of fight his way out of situations like that.
He's had a couple wins in a row, too.
Yeah. He was hurt, though. De Lima had him on the ropes big time.
He ran into a fucking buzzsaw, for sure.
Yeah. And it was sort of an outclassing, too. I mean, Tommy Two-Tone 8675309.
Once he got him once, he was in trouble.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the problem with a guy like De Lima, really, is he is just so powerful in the heavyweight division that taking a guy like Ben Rothwell and basically making him look like he's nothing, which he did. Within the first 20 seconds of that fight, he had him on the ropes, and then Ben Rothwell, all he had to do was try and fight out of it, but he couldn't, and got caught, dropped. I mean, he was dropped. If De Lima would have backed away, I guarantee you he would have fell face first. And I'm glad that at one point De Lima showed mercy rather than being like, bro, I'm gonna hurt this guy even more. And
good for De Lima. He's gonna get some tough fights now. However, Rothwell, if he's still good to fight, let him fight. Because he's won a bunch of fights before this. So, and he's got a lot of skill. He's well-rounded dude. Have him go with some of these young dudes who maybe only have not enough experience to beat Ben Rothwell. Maybe only one skill set, like Chris Barnett. Chris Barnett had a great knockout last week, but his first fight in the UFC was against Ben Rothwell. And Ben Rothwell is just so experienced, and he knows so much, and he's been around so long. He was able to choke the kid out. So. My point is, Ben Rothwell, if he still wants to fight, let him do it. He only lost one fight. However, Pittsburgh's own Kama Worthy got cut this week.
Yeah, I saw that. Sad about that.
He lost 3 in a row. He had some good wins. His first 2, he beat Devontae Smith, one of the biggest betting upsets in the history of the UFC. And then he beat a woman beater, Luis Pena. And then he lost, but he got knocked out 3 times in a row. So it happens. I figured it was going to happen, but I watched Kama fight for a long time. I saw Kama fight in Ohio as an amateur multiple times. So I was happy to see him in the UFC. He got a couple good wins. If he doesn't make it back, it sucks. But hopefully he's still going to fight. And I know he teaches a lot. It's big. I think he has his own gym. So best of luck to Kama. I love Kama.
Yeah, and best of luck to him, man, because he is a
Kama,
good fighter.
Kama chameleon. Sorry. Not sorry.
He
Sorry,
comes
nope.
and goes
Sorry.
in the UFC.
Maybe.
But,
I saw. You have something? I was gonna go to something else.
No, what were you gonna go to?
Aspen Ladd. We talked about Aspen Ladd last week or the week before, whenever that was, a couple weeks ago. With her, because her trainers were screaming at her, right? But apparently that's her boyfriend. I didn't realize that.
Well, I mean, rent is due, so that kind of makes a lot of sense now.
Bitch, we gotta eat. Bitch, we gotta eat.
Yeah, we gotta go to Kroger. We have to go to Kroger.
You know how much Whole Foods costs nowadays with the inflation?
Supply chains, girl. Supply chains.
But this article was Misha Tate stands by comments on Ladd dating head coach. She said it's just can become a ugly situation. Sure, and it's a complete opposite of when Lauren Murphy's husband, who's also her head coach, was telling her that she was doing fine against Valentino, and she wasn't at all. Complete opposite. But you want to talk about the best situation of someone dating their head coach? Because this just gives what's the word I'm looking for? It gives
credence.
Sure. Credit, whatever. That's not the word I'm looking for. To what Misha's saying.
Nah.
Remember boxer Christy Martin?
Yes. But I mean, this is a different situation, though.
No, but she's no, it has nothing to do with that. She said it could become ugly. I'm like, yeah. Remember when it became ugly? That's what I'm saying. Remember the time it became really ugly? Do I think? Yeah, but happen? I don't think. No. I'm making a joke. But the thing is, I'm saying, remember when it did get ugly that one time? Do I think it's going to happen again? No. I'm talking about the time it really did get ugly, and the boxer married the much older trainer, and then he tried to kill her.
Mm-hmm. And then it was on Untold along with an awesome hockey documentary.
Yeah, and the Caitlyn Jenner documentary. And the Marty Fish documentary. Those were all good.
Oh, man.
But yeah, anyway, don't get Christy Martin. What's I'm trying to say? Basically trying to say make sure it doesn't become a Christy Martin situation. And you know what? Just because the guy's intense doesn't mean he's going to kill her. But you never know. It happened once before.
No, I don't think it's anywhere near that. Like, I really don't think it's anywhere near that situation.
It's not at all. Neither do I. Great. That was never the thing. It was you give me shit because you think I don't know when you're being serious or not. What is this? What? This is you not knowing. I'm just joking. Of course, it's not going to become that.
Okay. Well, I mean, you are the guy that admits that he doesn't get sarcasm sometimes.
That was sarcasm when I said that. I don't get sarcasm. I was being sarcastic when I said that.
You're terrible at it. You're horrible at sarcasm.
No, I'm fine at sarcasm. I'm great at it.
You're not.
I'm great at
terrible.
it. I'm great at it.
But I'm gonna go pee real quick because I gotta drain the lizard. So you guys talk amongst yourselves.
Get out of here.
Topic of the day: taxation without representation. Go.
Is it 1768? Like, what are we
talking about? Nothing about that stuff.
If that shit happens, we're gonna dump all the fucking tea into the harbor, bitch. I'll do it.
H&R Block takes care of my taxes.
We have representatives now, all right? Apparently, even though in Ohio, our state is, I mean, they're redrawing the districts, but our state is so gerrymandered. It's ridiculous. You look at the districts. My district, we used to have Democratic senators at one point, but now we haven't had one in years because it's just loop, and it goes. My district goes all the way up to Avon.
Right.
How is that even possible? Why does it go all the way up to Avon? And the road to Avon is this tiny little narrow little loop that just like goes, loops one family farm at a time, all the way to we don't want to be tax country in Avon, and then Tuscarawas County. Like, it's ridiculous.
It's a mess, and they knew that. They knew it. They tried to stop it.
It wasn't illegal. It still isn't illegal. But now people are aware it's happening, so they'll be like, well, it's not. But I guarantee, like, it's still going to be, the districts are still going to be wacky looking. They may not be that wacky, but they're still going to be wacky.
Because I was really tripping because there's a congressman I forget who he. Not Dave Joyce. Yeah, it is Dave Joyce. His campaign. I went to Macedonia to Culver's, and his campaign is all the way down to Macedonia. I was like, wait a minute, ain't he supposed to be up north with us? And I talked. There's a young lady that does a show on the station. I talked to her. I said, Dave Joyce is campaigning all the way down to Macedonia. He's like, yeah, that's part of his district. I was like, what the hell? We all grouped together from where to where?
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, yeah, you pull up I mean, you don't need to, but I'm just the point because we already understand. But the district manager was so wacky. Like I said, our district. How the heck is Avon in my district?
Oh,
that's
God.
an hour and 40 minutes for me.
Oh God, you're not gonna like this, Tim.
What we got?
Oh,
what we got?
God.
Comment. What we got?
Hi, sir.
Hello.
Yeah.
Is this on?
Yeah, it's on, Mr. Jones.
Thomas, you can just
Okay.
take me off for a little bit. You handle it.
No, Tim, don't leave. I'm lonely without you. I'm lonely. I sit here in my bunker here in Austin.
What is
Austin,
here? Well, fine.
Texas.
We'll ask Alex about whatever what John asked. Shootouts. What mutual? What?
What about mutual combat? I believe that is still available in Brazil under certain laws.
That's my mom's boyfriend's cousin, Lori Lightfoot's place, and she say it's cool.
I mean,
so
Lori
apparently they're
does
doing
look like Beetlejuice.
They're doing
look like Beetlejuice
a little bit. We're doing gun duels now in Chicago. People are going to dress up in their full-on cowboy outfits and go on and do 3-second count gun duels.
Yes, that's called having people from Texas coming up and making their own rules, and I'm for that. Am I? What was that question? I want to answer that question because I'm the God person here. Am I the only one that thanks God after I am able to poop? You know what? Actually, I do too with the amount of vitamins I take at InfoWarsShop.com, just because they are known to pack your bowels pretty good.
John, I'll be very surprised if Rittenhouse doesn't win. Especially now, a lot of times juries will just that they want to hold them accountable for something, so they'll give you the lowest charge. However, the only charge left now is felonies because they just got rid of the weapons charge. So I don't even know if that's going to happen. I highly doubt he's going to get it. I think he's going to be innocent on all charge.
Yeah,
but we'll
agreed.
See. We'll see. Alex, you're doing shitty this time. You last week.
I'm
you had a
sorry.
Good, you know
Tim.
what? It's because last week you haven't been around in a while. We kind of missed you. Now you're just Listen, you don't have to be every week, again. Alex. There's too much Alex Jones, all right? No.
Oh, no. I don't plan on being here every week. I do not plan on that.
2 in a row is too much. You're oversaturating yourself on our show.
You can't be here every week because you got in trouble today with something with the court.
I lost a lawsuit, Tim. Okay?
Talk about it. Go ahead.
I lost
a
lawsuit. Thing. Honestly, I should have. It was one of those dumb things. I'm an actor. That's what at least I said in my divorce proceedings. And it's one of those things where I kind of said an oopsie, and I apologize to nobody, Conor McGregor style. And at this point, I just will now sit in my house and eat my liberal neighbor's ashes. That's what I'm going to do for the rest of the day, because I will eat your ass. See you guys later.
Wow.
So yeah. He lost a lawsuit about Sandy Hook.
Yeah.
The shit he said.
Yeah.
Defamation, something like that.
Yeah, he lost that. Yeah. So yeah.
Well, there you go. Yeah,
right.
I don't really know if that's the hill you want to die on, man. Saying that school shootings are fake. I don't think that's the hill you want to die on. Hi, Ray.
Hi, guys.
You missed Alex.
Did I?
Yeah. It was uneventful. He was just bitter about his court loss.
I don't think he was bitter. I think more he was texting me about it earlier, and he was just down about it. But I don't think he was bitter.
Alan should be on some point to do with shots.
To do tequila shots?
Yeah. Should be here.
That would be fun. I want to have Alex Jones do the tequila Quincy.
No. I said Alan.
Oh,
owes
Alan does
shots
have to
to
do
the-
his shots. He owes them.
He has 2 shots to do the wheel. I think he's putting his kids to bed, but he'll be on before we're done, probably.
Woo! I like it. We're gonna see some pain tonight, folks. Stick around.
I've been in pain this whole episode. This has been a shitty episode. Last week we had a decent episode. This week is fucking shitty.
I think we're doing.
What's the dude from England? We lose them already? Sorry, fam.
No, we didn't lose anybody. Calm your man boobs, okay? Relax.
Never.
Don't do it when you want to go to it.
That's gonna spike up views if Tim plays with his tits.
Not the kind of views we fucking want, man.
Well, I was gonna say OnlyFans subscriptions, maybe, but then
We're gonna have 1,000 Ray High Clacks watching this show.
I never. That's a good question for Tim. I probably know the answer to, but Thomas, have you ever paid for somebody's OnlyFans?
No.
Okay.
Too much free porn out there.
Exactly.
My
right.
Twitter is a cesspool of tits.
Oh. And because Pornhub gave away premium for free during the pandemic, like, why would anybody go to OnlyFans? Like, there's already a community of women on Pornhub that are like take tips and shit. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Never paid for premium access to like anything porn related in my life.
The point of that with a lot of, the athletes that are on it would be like, yeah, it's a hot volleyball player there. I wonder what she looks like. Now you can tell. All you have to do is give her $50 a month and you can tell.
But if
probably not as
like
good as you think it is.
Chatterbait's no,
See,
so
I don't
dumb.
even. This is how. Okay, I don't understand paying for anything because between Instagram and Twitter, all you have to do is enter in certain words, and you are welcome to the whole poo-la-la Putin nanny buffet that you want.
What about Putin?
You get to ride a horse shirtless. That's what you get on Putin Nanny.
Putin porn.
Putin porn. I'm amazed that is not already a genre and there's not already a guy named like Vladimir Putin.
That would be his name. That's him.
He's the greatest middle-aged porn star ever. He's got the bowl or the
I think I'd watch
horseshoe.
that. I'd watch Putin porn. I'm pretty sure.
I would too. Absolutely. Why would you not watch? Come here, girl. I want to give you the Putin. Here's my pipeline that the Americans have said yes to.
My daughter, world champion rock and roll dancer.
Oh,
I play hockey, but only the reason I score is because goalie is afraid of me and the place I will put him.
Right. I black belt judo. You want me to give you the uragari?
Oh,
I show Habib Nurmagomedov how to toss people, if you know what I'm saying.
oh.
All right, that's enough of that, I think.
It did run quick.
Ran scores for
I don't like the dinging on Chatterbait. Well, then don't watch gangbangs. Like, what are you doing?
Turn the sound off. Make your own sound.
I like to play the Benny Hill music during my porn. Is that weird?
No, not really.
Yeah, maybe.
Because Benny Hill kind of introduced us all to risque, so that's not. I don't find that weird.
I don't know. My dad technically did that to me by showing me like Fast Times Ridgemont High and like Slapshot, like which
he's
had
saying
all
is that
tits.
he was doing that kind of stuff before that. Is what he's saying.
Even Major League, like when she like gets the like top ripped off and the Lou Brown is like, all right, like I saw my first pair of tits at probably 6. So
Rip,
it was fun.
That wasn't what he's saying though. He's saying that the world, not you in general.
Oh. Well, I'm not part of the world, man.
Apparently not.
Part of my world. Porn can be
therapeutic. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For him, apparently. I told you guys I don't like porn.
I love porn.
I love a
love
good
it.
pair of tits.
Well, me too, but I just mean like porn. You know, like I said, that's about as far as I go. I don't watch videos or anything.
I'll watch like an old Max Hardcore video
Oh,
just for
jeez.
gigs.
Oh.
Blowing the
Like,
dust off the VHSs.
no, Max Hardcore was one of the most depraved human beings I've one of my favorite porn videos isn't even really a porn.
Like that dude from 8mm.
There's a video of this girl with like what are those things that like
Damn it, this show fucking
OBGYNs?
sucks.
But no, what those OBGYNs put into like spread things, speculums. And somebody played miniature golf with a chick's like butthole. It's still to this day one of the weirdest videos I've ever watched in my life.
Alan's here right on time. Hey, Alan.
Hey, Alan!
God, this show's fucking falling apart.
All right.
Alan, you got to save the
We're
show.
talking
Can you
about
save the
golf,
show?
mini golf and buttholes before you came on.
Which
so-
I'm not into. I'm not into.
I'll eat an ass, and I like mini golf, so hell yeah.
Hell
Oh,
yeah,
wow,
buddy.
okay.
This is why I love Alan.
Watching other people doing that is different.
No,
Wait, mini
doing
golfing?
it's part of the fun.
No, not mini golf. The ass part.
Oh,
You should've never-
Right.
I mean, I'm trying. He got the tequila. He's
So I'm-
You
trying.
I'm
got,
open.
you got 1800.
Yeah,
There you go.
I'm opening
Oh,
it so
boy.
you know that I'm.
Yeah, that's true. My theory is that actually Ray has only been taking shots of water this
Right.
entire time.
See,
No,
opening.
I've gotten fucked up. That's the thing.
Alan had
If you
Frankie
don't- if
Edgar
you're-
and tequila quences. Frankie Edgar got knocked out in the second round by Cheeto Vera, which means he has to do 2 shots of tequila.
Oh, so much fun.
There's one.
Oh,
Ah!
and like a
There it is.
champ.
Right.
Look at him.
Let's say we're all
Look
pussies,
at
though. We never
that
do
little Alan drink.
Oh, good thing I have my pants on. Okay.
The only thing that can
Jeffrey
save this show is a
Stupid
good
moment.
dick.
Like a
There you
G.
go.
Oh, that is.
We
need
we
to
don't know
have
he's gonna
Alan
finish
more.
that bottle tonight, probably. too.
All right.
Yay! Pay the
Good?
debt.
Feel
I
better?
did. No, I feel good. I feel fine. I'm sorry it took me forever. It's hell getting
Ah.
kids to bed.
No, it's fine.
No, we don't care. We've been talking about weird shit the entire night. So,
Yeah.
Pale Monkey.
Pale Monkey.
Hell yeah, family.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Alan had to do 2 shots of tequila because Frankie Edgar got knocked out in the second round. This is a game we play called Tequila Quences. We'll play again in a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I already have the wheel ready. You see what they added Augusta Sakai and Tuatoya Vasa.
I did. Yeah, I saw that. I'm very excited for that heavyweight fight. Because Sakai versus Tuivasa is going to be just 2 beefy boys going at it, and I'm down for it.
Alan, do you want to stick around for Hero of the Week?
Of course I do. But before we do that, I want to know why you've never taken me to a lady strip boxing match, because I feel like that's something you should have taken me to, and I'm very sad.
Huh.
Yeah, he sent me a video that he found. I don't honestly. What were you looking at that you
I have
found
no
that? Like, what
idea.
rabbit hole were you down?
Wait, do you still have the video?
Oh, I was looking at Andrew Law fights, and it came up. For some
That comes
reason.
up when you search
Yeah.
Andrew Law MMA.
Yes, it does. It well, when you go to YouTube, and there
Why
was
would
just
you
like,
watch that when
Go
there's
to your
shit?
history and send
I can find
and
it.
send that to
Oh, I
Tim,
send it
and
to
then he'll
Tim.
send it to
No,
Thomas.
he,
I wanna
he
watch
already sent
this.
it. Let me here it is.
look,
Yeah, I want to watch this video.
it's women
Um,
boxing, and if they lose, they have to take a piece of clothing off. All I'm saying is he's taking me to dumbass stuff like a football game or a soccer game. I'm trying to see ladies get naked. Just saying. I love my wife.
Fuck yeah, but still, I mean, I'm seeing somebody, and I still go to strip clubs.
There's no nipples in this, right? So I can send it to Thomas.
I think the fight ends because one flops out.
Okay, well we won't watch much of it.
Yeah, well, we'll.
I just sent it to Thomas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, what it is, it's a boxing match, like a Foxy boxing match, but whoever loses has to take clothes off. They cut it off with scissors, which seems dangerous, but
that seems hot. What do
You
you
never
saying?
take me to cool shit.
what? I never know that was a thing.
Neither did I. That would
Take you
be.
to
I
cool
would
shit.
be at
We've
that
seen
every
We see
week.
plenty of
I'd
cool
be
shit.
betting on
right?
that.
We saw Tenacious D. That was cool shit. I mean,
That
it
was
was
pretty
jealous of
middle-aged
both
dudes,
of
but
you
it was
on that.
fun. Soccer was fun.
But were there ladies playing soccer, and did they get naked?
No, that hasn't happened since the 1999 World Cup.
Wait, did that happen?
Well, kind of. It's a joke. The chick that won the winning, made the winning goal on the penalty kick, took her shirt off, and she had a sports bra underneath. It was this weird thing when she scored and took her shirt off for some reason.
Oh, perfect outfits.
Yeah,
They're in Sailor Moon-esque outfits. This is adorable.
If we ever get enough viewers, Ray and I will do this.
Naked? No one wants to see it.
Turn the volume down all the way, Thomas. Just
we don't need the
because
volume.
I don't want to get flagged for anything.
Hey, we got flagged for something and they gave up on it. What was that last week? Is that Island Boy?
Probably
Oh,
Island
goodness.
Boy, because you have an unhealthy obsession with two idiots in
I
dreads.
fucking love Island Boy. Hey Thomas, can you take that purple thing, the thumbs up thing down so we can see Alan's face?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait,
Yeah, if you could take the
Thank you.
banner off.
It's fine.
So
It's
good.
fine.
Yeah,
We want to
It's
see
fine.
Alan's pretty face, man.
Yeah, I did my
So-
makeup for this.
That's Jason Ellis. This is probably an Ellis Mania thing.
It is.
Yeah,
it
it
says
is.
Ellis Mania.
Yeah, him and Luis Gomez had a boxing match at Skankfest this past couple weeks ago, I think. And Jason Ellis actually, I think he lost to Luis the Puerto Rican Rattlesnake Gomez. What up? Not that I don't want to be a part of Skankfest, but I absolutely do.
Ray, we need to make a bet where the loser has to shave their head and get face tattoo and get a head tattoo like that guy.
All right, I'll go full Bam Bam Bigelow. I don't give a
We gotta
shit.
do that. Hi,
Let's go
Bernie.
for it. Oh my. Hi, Bernie. Look at you, you pretty boy. Oh, they're fighting. They're fighting.
You know what I
Good
said to
hook
Alan the
by
other
the
day when we
Sailor
were talking
Moon.
about pit bulls. I told Alan that I forgive Michael Vick. I told him that randomly.
Jesus.
Oh, he was on TV because we were texting during the Thursday night football game, which ended up being a great game somehow.
Yeah, right. Better
this
than the
is
Monday night football game, which was atrocious.
kind of hot.
I didn't
not
watch
gonna
that.
lie. Like,
You did yourself a favor.
And they're
Alan, are you pulling
barefoot?
the whole
right,
Shane,
Thomas, you can
Shane
take
Gillis
this off.
bit
That's
right
kinda
now
funny.
where you're like,
No, you
when
got to
you
fast
drink on
forward, Thomas.
yeah, fast forward
to like the middle.
to clothes going off.
Yeah, it was.
'Cause
I'll
there's
stop
the
talking till
intro.
we watch
we
this,
got
yeah.
some. We got some.
There you
cutting.
go. See, and eventually they end
Oh,
up naked,
my.
and it's great. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, it's quite nice. That is quite nice. Strip fight, Ellis Mania.
Right. So
Shout out to Ellis Mania, by the way. That is an amazing concept. I can't wait for it to come back. But yeah, you can take it off now. So,
Oh.
we got pasties.
is that Anthony Pettis?
Huh?
Might be.
It looked like Anthony Pettis in the crowd.
It might be. I mean, would you put it past him to be on that?
No, I wouldn't put past anybody. I mean, like
I thought you asked if that was Anthony's penis. I was like,
Oh, just out in the crowd. It could have been. You don't know.
Well, it was an independent sports thing. So yeah, probably.
Alan, comedy shows and sporting events. That's really all I got for you. All right. Listen, if you wanted to go to strip clubs, you should have told me. I'm sure there's better ones
We
in Columbus
tried.
than there is here.
we tried. and it
In
was
Columbus, there's actually some decent ones.
Oh, that's right. We tried, but it was closed. Why was it
We
closed?
tried.
It was closed on a Saturday or Friday. Whenever.
Church night, maybe.
Friday night church night. Well,
Yeah.
you know what? Also, Alan, listen, you say that, but if there was a great card of stripper boxing happening anywhere, could have been happening across the street from your house. We wouldn't be able to go right now. Or
Why?
you wouldn't be able to go right now because you have the youngin.
I'll fake my death.
Fake your death.
Mhm.
To go to,
Wow. That's a
That's fair.
real man right there. That is a real
fair.
man.
Hey, can I? Speaking of real men,
Oh God.
yeah.
Just 'cause I'm
he's
not a bitch.
spilling. Ah!
Tim was like, "Let's do shots of tequila." I'm like, "That's Monday morning." Like what?
Yeah, that's why we have to make the game harder. Right? I mean, we're harder, and we're going to a little bit.
Are we?
Yeah. But there's more chances on the wheel to get extra shots and an extra fighter and shit. So actually, like
The range, but if the max is like 15, bro, that's you need to fix
Yeah.
the. The bell curve. You need to fix your standard deviation.
Maybe we should just double up on shots instead of fighters. Maybe we'll figure that out. We'll try shit out.
Yeah, but the punishment has to fit the crime, right? Like you can't just be like, take 5 shots because you're a dick. Like you gotta.
No. I mean, the decision for one is fine. Maybe we do. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Maybe do 1 fight and then like 1 shot, 2 shot, 3, 4.
1 more to each.
2,
well,
4,
the most
6.
you can get for a fight is 4, unless you hit a extra shot thing.
That's stupid. Take that off the wheel.
No. No one's had to do it yet.
Yeah, take it off the wheel. Because
the only time I hit it
shots.
twice. I hit it twice when we did Little League World Series, but my team won, so it didn't matter.
I think if your fighter gets knocked out, you automatically got to do like 6 or something.
It's 4 right now in the first round, but you have 2 fighters, so the first time I almost had 8. So eventually, someone will have to do 8 or
You'll
more.
figure it out. You're a smart guy.
It's true. Thank you for reminding me. That's true. I need to hear that every once in a while.
That you're smart.
Yeah.
But he's not. Why do you have to lie to him?
See, that's why. Because there's fucking assholes like Ray who say it because he knows it bothers me. All right, we're gonna do Hero Week or what?
Yeah, let's do Hero of the Week.
Well, Hero Week this week is gonna be fun because we have lots of things to talk about. Because I have many nominations this week.
Oh,
many.
Okay.
First of all, Eric Kennard is a nomination for Hero of the Week. Who's Eric Kennard, Tim? I'll tell you guys. Don't worry. He is a high jumper, a U.S. Olympic high jumper who got a silver in 2012. This week, they gave him the gold. It's been 9 years. They gave him the gold after 9 years because they said the Russian dude who beat him was doping.
How do they figure that out after 9 years?
They should have figured it out the next day. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's been a whole Russian drug scandal. I think they keep their urine, right? I think they have all their urine still. They keep that shit like it's forensic evidence. They keep that shit. So
That's
apparently
expensive.
they eventually tested it. And he was on the juice like most Russian athletes for a while now.
Allegedly.
Give the dude. Allegedly?
Allegedly.
Yes.
Allegedly.
Barely allegedly. Alan, have you watched Icarus? I've told you to watch this many times.
The one with the guy that kills a bunch of people?
No.
No.
The one about doping.
Dopey?
Sports doping. They found a Russian dude, and they're like, the Russians are
Ivan Drago and Rocky IV.
Yeah.
Let everyone dope. Problem solved. If they just make it legal.
No, because then it's not. It's not a test of athletics. It's a pharmaceutical contest. It's who has the best doctors. That's what it is now.
I'm just saying, if you make it legal, then everyone can do it, and it's not a problem.
Listen, who has the best health insurance is already a competition in our country, so we don't have to make that a whole thing for sports.
And I suppose you don't want to legalize weed either. Gosh,
what does that have to do with steroids? No. Weed's fine. Listen, this is a really dumb joke, but I'm going to say it, that weed is only a performance-enhancing drug in the hot dog eating contest. Like, it doesn't... I'm well aware it's a dumb joke, but it's true. It's not a performance-enhancing drug, in my opinion. I don't think it should be a problem for athletes to do weed.
Absolutely not.
Fucking
look at this podcast.
Shit is different, man. It's turning you into a fucking monster. No, stay up that shit. No. Keep your steroids out of my baseball, bitch. Yeah.
No, keep the steroids in baseball.
No,
hell yeah,
that's where it should be.
No, Ray, we had more home runs the last couple years than ever, and baseball's been shitty.
Steroids for everybody.
No,
Casey Jones gets
more home runs was ruined baseball.
No, I said no. Why would it ruin it?
The ratings are down.
Dude, I just want beefy dudes, just rolling up to the plate, like just jacked, like you literally see their vein throb and just crush balls all day. Baseball will be entertaining.
Send me some links to the Pornhub shit. You can see that. I don't know. I'm sure there's plenty of shit you can see that. This also is what the NFL is.
I want somebody in baseball to go to PNC Park, roid it up, and knock the K out of the KDKA sign right across the river. I want home runs that go far. All right.
They already do that because they're juicing the balls. And no, we talked about weed in sports is fine. Yeah, especially for pain. And instead of giving them just Vicodin, right? And let them smoke fucking weed. Duh. But steroids different, completely different. Completely different.
Hero
Anyway,
of the week.
Might
this dude
actually have to
Kennard,
take a weed break
this
here
dude
in a
Kennard
second.
is a nomination for Hero of the Week because he finally got his gold medal. I feel really bad because the fucking dude, he can drink that whole bottle.
Oh
Fucking
God!
do it.
Oh no, your wife's gonna hate us.
She's fine.
Okay,
She's already asleep.
good. That's even better. Just put your foot on the floor, buddy, and we'll
That's
be
how
fine.
I like them, asleep and cold.
Are you getting real drunk so your sleep apnea kicks in tonight?
That's the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, take video. Do you have a ring cam we can possibly play that on?
No. I want to hear your hero of the week. We got sidetracked.
What?
I want to hear your hero of the week. I keep taking more shots of tequila, which is
Well,
causing
that's fine.
problems.
Keep
I think
doing it
it's-
because, like I said, I have a lot of nominations this week. All right, lots of nominations. But anyway, that guy won his medal. Unfortunately, he didn't get the whole, the national anthem to play or whatever. They're going to give it to him probably like, I don't know,
He
in an
did it in his
airport terminal or
backyard.
something
He's
stupid.
fine.
Yeah, sure, whatever. That's one. Oh, also, this is not going to make a whole lot of sense to Alan, but there was an upset in college basketball. Louisville lost to a team, Thomas, a team that wears purple uniforms, right? It has purple logo. Furman Paladins. I knew somebody was the fucking Paladins. He was giving me colleges that I was trying to guess the nicknames for. And come on. Come on. And I kept guessing Paladins. I knew somebody was a Paladin. It was Furman.
Furman. Yeah.
Anyway, okay. Another nomination. Robert Hunt of Miami Dolphins. Thomas, did you see this? I know Alan saw it.
No,
Yeah, I did.
what
I
happened?
can't get my camera to work.
God damn it.
There we go.
You didn't see this, Thomas?
Oh, from Thursday game. No, I didn't see it, but I heard about it.
Yeah. So what happened was Dolphins ran a screen pass and it was, it wasn't going to work. But he got what's his name? Tuivasa. Threw the ball towards the running back, didn't quite get to the running back, and one of the offensive guards just decided he was going to catch it. Like, well aware that he's not eligible, but he went to him. He's like, fuck it. Takes it,
Right.
takes off towards the end zone, does a diving touchdown.
Like a bowling ball.
It was fantastic the whole time.
awesome.
And they're just like, well, that was great. It can't count, but it was awesome. I was laughing. Like, you're not eligible. Why would you even catch the ball?
That's awesome.
But it was great. And the thing is, like, it was 3rd and goal, which because he scored a touchdown, they had to take the penalty. So I gave him another shot, although I think they ended up kicking a field goal anyway.
Yeah.
But I should have got you the video. It's actually hilarious. This dude, Robert Hunt, fat guy trying to score a touchdown when he knew he couldn't legally, as far as the rules go, score the touchdown. Sean Strickland tried to fight a dude on a road rage incident. You see that?
No, I did not, but I'm sad I didn't. Why didn't you send me this?
I don't know. Basically, all it was the guy pulled out in traffic, or he pulled out in front of Strickland pulled out in front of somebody. The other guy said "fuck you," and then he came up and he's like, "Do you have any guns or knives?" He's like, "What? If I don't have guns or knives, I'll get out right fucking now and fight you." He's like, "What?" Sean Strickland is a crazy person, and I think he'll eventually his career is going to be ended by him in prison instead of him retiring. It's fucking nuts. I mean, I love him. No, just I hope not. I hope not.
I still can't believe I was high enough and drunk enough to forget I saw Sean Strickland take on, I think it was Kamaru Usman at UFC 210.
Alan, how much of the sporting events that we attended together do you actually remember?
I remember it being hot at the OSU game. I remember you almost dying at the soccer game.
Yes.
Still don't know.
I have that same thing at PNC Park. So.
Oh yeah, PNC. The PNC was much worse than the soccer game. I thought I was gonna.
Yeah,
die
he looked like he was on death's door. Like I've never been next to a living corpse before, but like it was pretty damn close. Alan's laughing because he knows.
I know.
Nobody knows.
I remember hating baseball in the first inning of the Indians game, and then by the 9th inning, I'm like, baseball's the best.
Oh my god!
Because the only beer in our section was like an IPA, so we're just like, fuck it, yeah, 8% sugar.
Yeah.
Oh,
we need to go to a Browns game.
Well, yeah, but we can't go to Browns games for like 3 years until your child's in preschool.
Why you gotta be like this?
Yeah, why you gotta bring the man down?
Because it's true. I mean, listen, I've asked him multiple.
Why you gotta
we
set
would have went to a
rules
Browns game already.
For a man who could just look at his wife and go, "Hey, I want to go to this game with Tim. It's the only thing I'm gonna do this year." He has an excuse, sir.
I do have an excuse.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
he said 18
Tim,
months. We'll
you
be
are
fine.
the excuse.
18 months.
He misses you.
Look, I told
You're
my wife.
denying him.
She's like, "Who do you want to invite to Nora's birthday party?" And I said, "Well, I only have 2 friends, Tim Danko and my other friend from Columbus." So it's like, she's like, "What is Tim gonna do at a 3-year-old's birthday party?" I'm like, "Drink? I don't know."
Get hammered and sit in the corner and make fun of everyone's presence and get Nora as like a gag gift. Like,
You realize it's
like
gonna
the
be
time,
a bunch of couples with kids, right? I'm like, it'll be fine. Uncle Tim.
like the time where I went to my friend's kid's birthday party and everybody told him to get mini stuff. So I got him a VHS copy of Good Will Hunting that I got at the exchange. And when she opened it, I thought she said meant Mini Driver. She meant Mini Driver. Mini Driver. My friends thought it was hilarious.
I wish you would drive off a cliff after that line.
But you gotta think at the time, everyone's why is there a VHS copy of Good Will Hunting in this 3-year-old's a present pile? And I'm like, you said mini, guys. I don't listen.
How are your dad jokes worse than mine?
No, listen.
Yes.
No, listen. I will admit that in this context, it was awful. But you got to think of it from if you were at the party.
Everything you do is awful, though.
This happened though. This isn't just like a joke I'm telling. This is it happened. Was it as bad as the ball dropping life expectancy joke that I told earlier?
Oh my god! So you're at a kid's birthday. You're like, all right, we got Bozo the Clown, and then Tim Danko's going to do a 5-minute feature.
Bozo's gonna hang himself after Tim's thing. Want to watch?
Right. Oh,
Again.
mini drivers.
Not funny in this context. I will admit that. All right. Alan, if I pulled that shit at your daughter's birthday party, you would have laughed your ass off. You would have loved it.
Right.
You would have loved it. All right, I have another nomination.
Okay.
U.S. United States men's national soccer team. They beat Mexico on Friday. That was great. Did you watch that, Alan?
No, I didn't. I was watching something, or I was getting drunk.
Great. Big goal late by the pride of Hershey, Pennsylvania, Christian Pulisic.
That was in Cincinnati, right?
Yeah, it was in Cincinnati. Yeah, that's the one I texted. I'm like, we could have went to this.
We could have gone. Yeah,
that would have been great. That would have been a lot of fun. I've never been to a United States national sporting event. That'd be a lot of fun. We can dress like Kid Rock.
Yeah.
Dude, we'll get matching red, white, and blue flag shirts and hats. Yes. Fancy
tried
suit.
this before. We've tried it before.
I have an American flag tank top that I've been dying to wear to a soccer game.
Of course you already do. You wear that every day.
No, I don't actually. It's on my stairs right now, just
you wore that
with cobwebs on it.
You wore that
American flag tank top, cut off jean shorts, and Crocs.
Yes.
Everyone get
aviators. I need aviator sunglasses.
That's how we're going to our next.
Really, Alan? You've been talking shit about my Crocs for 2 years.
Oh no, that's the point. Is they're atrocious.
Suck.
No,
they're fucking awful. You should feel bad.
No, they are atrocious. I give you that.
You
but they're
should
fucking
feel
awesome.
bad.
They're so comfortable.
No, I agree with Alan on that.
And mine don't have holes in them. So it's because you don't. You know why you say that? Because you don't own them. I used to say the same shit about Crocs, so I got them.
Are you a comedian or are you a night nurse? What are you?
Damn. Could you imagine if I was your nurse? You came in the ER at 1 a.m. and I'm like, "What up, bro?"
No, you're the guy. You're the angel of mercy who just holds the pillow over the old person's head.
I'm Dr.
Sleep. I will take. How should I take this life?
Tim, you would never make it as a nurse. Is it you have high blood pressure? Have you thought about your intake, your caloric intake? They're like, well, you should also start exercising. And then they're really starting to get skeptical at this point. But I mean, I think night nurse is not the occupation for you.
I used to have a fat doctor and it was great because he wouldn't say
really.
Shit. Yeah.
You know, the only fat doctor I went to was the fucking man.
Yeah.
There
you go. So that would be a fantastic fucking night nurse.
You'd be a good doctor, not a nurse. You know, the nurse is like
you would be a terrible orderly, though.
Yeah,
I think you would smother too many old people.
I'd probably be like Dave Bautista at Hotel Artemis.
Oh,
I'm a medical professional. Is this podcast any good yet? I don't think so.
No, I think it got worse.
We're the greatest.
How do you figure it got worse?
I joined.
No,
I
I
haven't made
think
it worse
that's
at all.
addition.
I think that made it worse.
Nah.
Okay, so now I think we're to the actual hair of the week. We have all the nominations down. Here we go. You guys ready? Are you ready? Are you sure you're ready? Who is this week's hero of the week?
Kyle Rittenhouse.
No, maybe if it gets Twitter. No, listen.
No, that's his defense. That's it. That's the
the prosecution.
Kicking ass. Hero of the week. It's Brittany, bitch.
Yes,
All right.
she's free.
She finally got out of the
motherfuckers.
conservatorship. Way to go, babe! Finally, and she's now free to spend all her money. However, and I really hope that it goes. I really hope she does fucking crazy dumb shit with her money now that she got out. Like her father's just like, guys, I wasn't trying to steal her money. Like she's fucking nuts. Like
I think she's gonna fucking sue her dad. That's what she said she's gonna do. She's gonna sue the shit out of her dad.
Yeah, from what it says, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. That like he wasn't even in her life for a while. Like the whole thing's fucking weird. But happy she finally got out of it. And dude, you just think about we as a people were so shitty to that girl for so long. Like, I can't believe.
Maybe
not any of us personally, but like the fact that she was just a young.
Oh shit! My kid's crying. I'll see you guys later. It's been fun. I gotta roll.
Bye, Alan.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Fucking Thomas screaming. Fucking woke up the baby.
Why you gotta
Oh,
blame,
no, I see how this is.
Thomas, huh?
Yeah, I see how this is.
Racist.
Oh, you know what?
That's my gimmick on this
Anyway, that's
show.
your gimmick.
How dare you?
No, well, the thing is, I said it because he was the only one not talking. But now, after you said, I'm like, oh yeah, they does seem racist to just blame Thomas. For no reason.
All right,
I said this
Ken's
before on
white
the show, Ray.
I
We'd be great
understand.
cops. We'd be pretty good cops, I think. And one time, we stopped talking about MMA, and I was trying to convince Ray that we should be cops. And like a bunch of people from MMA hosts came in, and they're like, "What the fuck are these guys talking about?" Like, these comments of like, "What the hell are these?" I thought this was an MMA show. What are they talking about? Trying to be cops? Like this is the show.
Yeah.
This is the show, bro, and I love it. I
Oh,
love it so much. Even though I think last week was a decent show, this week has been a shitty show.
well,
And I blame myself. I always blame myself,
yeah, as you should.
even though it's mostly Ray.
Well, can I finish y'all cops thing? I would feel more comfortable if Tim pulled me over than Ray. Because Ray's got that damn I'll pull my billy club out and beat the shit out of you just for saying the wrong thing.
Ray's got the I'm turning my body cam off face.
Honestly, I would turn my body cam off if somebody had like a lit joint in their car and be like, could I please just let me hit that, please? I need. It's been a day, dude. Like, camera's off. The camera in the car is off. I turned it off because I knew you had weed. Please, just give me some pot. One hit will get me through the rest of the night. I'm good. Like, I would be that cop that smokes weed and is like, yeah, I get random, but fuck it. I don't care. I'd be the worst cop ever. I would be.
There's that Kyle Kinane bit. It's like, some cops are just like, they just became cops because it pays more than a garbage man or whatever.
Right.
It pays more and I get a gun.
Yeah, I love Kinane. Kinane's one of my favorites for sure. Kinane fucking kills. I haven't seen Kinane live. I really like to. Oh,
really?
Dude.
You've never seen Kyle Kinane live?
No.
I have.
One of my favorite comics is coming to Akron Friday, and I had no fucking idea.
Who?
Brian Regan.
Oh yeah, he's doing the Akron Civic Theater. Yeah.
I had no fucking idea.
I'm gonna
be around now, but I don't know if I'm gonna
me.
feel up to it. I might. If it's not sold out, I might just go.
It's been a month for Northeast Ohio because Chappelle was Sunday.
That was this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You got Regan coming. It's been
Yeah, dude.
Hey.
Listen, those are two of my Mount Rushmores for sure.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, for sure. I mean, Regan. Man, anybody who says Regan isn't funny is. I mean, listen, you might not be your thing, and I
you're a
understand that.
jag-off if you don't
He's
think
super
Regan's
clean,
funny.
but he is just so fucking good. Like it's just number one because he's so clean and it's the technique and like I thought he was funny to begin with, but when you start doing comedy, you really realize how fucking funny Brian Regan is. You just how hard it is. I'm like how he could do a joke about paper clips and it fucking would bring the house down.
Well,
I was Brian Regan.
I was about to say, like, to me, Brian Regan, and this is only based on the clean aspect. Brian Regan is the Jeff Foxworthy of our time. Like, way better than Jeff Foxworthy in structure, way better than in like pacing, the way he does his jokes. But he's Jeff Foxworthy was the clean comic of the 90s. He was the dad. He was the guy who, did everything properly. And Brian Regan is exactly that fucking guy. Like his game has evolved since he was on Comedy Central talking about Pop-Tarts and like with that Netflix special when it came out. I haven't watched all of it, but what I have seen, Brian Regan's the fucking man. Like he is. When I grow up as a comic, I want to be Brian Regan.
It's one of the reasons why I'm mostly clean, right? If you're a guy who doesn't like, I mean, that's why I don't curse, but
innuendo in a lot of my shit is
right.
I don't want to be super dirty, but like I want to allude to things. I want that Brian Regan touch. You know what I'm saying?
I don't curse in a joke if that's the reason the joke's funny. Like I want to make sure the joke's funny before that.
Yeah.
And like it's just true. Being clean altogether is harder than not. It is. And Regan is one of the best, and he's not the only great clean comic. I'm getting a lot into Bergazzi too. Nate Bergazzi, he's real good. But Regan, like I said, that dude can make anything fucking funny. It's everything. It's just his character on stage. Everything, just the way he does things. You're like, this guy's a fucking monster. He's so damn good.
Yeah,
I got into Regan because of Darren Streblo. Darren Streblo had him on his radio show, and that's how I got into Regan. And
mine was Comedy Central.
Regan likes to party, man. He's a big drinker, so I want to find out what bar he's going to in Akron. I want to buy that. Well, you know what? I don't want to buy him a drink. He's got more money than me, but I want to drink with him.
I was jealous of Bill Stone. I'm jealous of him for a lot of reasons, but yeah,
I know that because you went off on me the other day.
Shut your mouth. I like good old Carlin, not clean at all. Technically, though, Carlin, yes, there were times where he swore, but there were also times where he did really clean bits that were hilarious for Carlin. Like, not everything was, cocksucker, motherfucker, shit you can't say on television, or we can say now on your YouTube app, but at Brobo Plata is how you find it. And Carlin, though, even in his older years, was relatively clean. Like he wasn't. My favorite thing ever is from Complaints and Grievances when he talked about the list of people who ought to be killed. There was some cursing in there in the list, but a lot of it was clean humor, but violent. Like that was all it was. And I'm okay with that. as
He's one of those
queen.
people that would just do whatever is funny, and a lot of people do. They're just
Yeah.
whatever's funny. There are some people that I've heard. There's one to tell me about their comedy preferences when they find out I'm a comic, which is fine. I love to talk about comedy; it's great. But I like guys who are real edgy guys. Who I like guys who are dirty guys. I'm like, okay, but you tell me guys like Brian Regan aren't funny? You're fucking nuts. Like,
yeah, you're an idiot. If you
Yeah.
don't think Brian Regan's funny, you're a fucking asshole. Like, you probably like Tig Notaro too much if you don't like Brian Regan. Like,
What's the deal with Tig Notaro?
She used to be hilarious.
I liked him. She's funny.
Not anymore. Early Tig Notaro was funny. For sure. Like, and she's worked her ass off to get where she's at now. I mean, she's in movies, she's in. Yeah, but again, it's one of those things where like she stayed in it long enough where she could become a fucking, player, and she should be. But, and I'm not going to take anything away from Tig. It's just political shit. Like, that's my only thing where I'm like,
she got real big when she started talking, hardcore personal shit, which I love that too. Listen, Regan talks about whatever and gets anything funny, but I also like the guys who talk about. I mean, that's what I like to do. I like to talk about personal stuff, and that's one of my favorite stuff in general is personal stuff. However, like I said, if you tell me Brian Regan's got a clip about paper clips, I'm like, fucking send that to me.
Yeah.
I don't care. That's why I didn't know until a couple of days ago he's going to be in Akron, and I haven't been feeling great, so I don't.
Yeah, I think I saw something on Facebook about it.
I mean, he's like one of the few people I really want to go see.
Yeah,
him and Burr. But the thing is, I don't really going to.
I've seen Bill Burr before he was, or right after the Philadelphia incident.
Yeah.
That's to me, that's one of the greatest moments of my life, comedy wise.
I don't think Regan's going to.
You can take Tim's Hero of the Week off, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be a stadium guy, but I mean, he's always be a theater guy, Regan.
Yeah,
but I told you that when I was in the belly room when our dude Sean Lynch, whose birthday is today, we said that before.
Happy birthday.
When we went to when he did a show up there, Regan was just sitting there. He was just there. He didn't do a set. He just sat there and watched. And I'm like, this fucking Brian Regan. I said to Sean later, I'm like, dude, I'm a huge Regan. He's like, no, Brian. He's like, I should have told me, man. I would have introduced you. I'm like, I didn't want to be that guy. And I didn't come over. Like, I was one of the first people in that room when they sat, and he was just sitting there and like where the comics are in the corner. And I could have went up to him, but I didn't because I didn't want to be that guy. I kind of wish I did now because what am I going to say? I don't know. I just want to meet Brian Regan because he's one of my favorites. And
that you sound like my brother when I actually shook hands with Dolph Ziggler.
How was he, by the way? We didn't talk about that.
The crowd, I saw the pictures from the show. It was,
you didn't go?
No, I did not. That was the same night as UFC / AEW. And, but Steve Guy, our mutual friend, Steve Guy, probably one of the, and I'm going to go on record for this video. Check out Steve Guy. Great fucking comic. Diaries of a Wingman is his book on Amazon. Go check that out. I'd love to have him on the podcast. It's just like
that book came out like 8 years ago.
I don't care. Go buy the book.
No, I'm saying I know that because he was on Mix 94.1 in Canton like the week after I was, and I was on there in 2013.
Nice, but because But I'm gonna say this: Steve Guy, one greatest professional wrestling announcer right now, like without a doubt. I would put him against Justin Roberts. I would put him against whoever WWE has. Steve Guy's the fucking man. Second of all, yes, go check out his book, Diaries of a Wingman. But also one of the nicest human beings ever. Like, I love Steve Guy to death. He's, him and I don't know how me and him are very friendly and everything. I love the guy to death. Great. He has a great show at All Saints, which is in Cleveland. If you're ever in Cleveland, go check that show out. But he just one of the greatest people ever. and he posted pictures of the Dolph Ziggler show, and the crowd was fucking full, like very full. And I was very proud of the fact that he was able to get Dolph Ziggler to do a show for the Cleveland Comedy Festival. And hats off to him for having the crowd he did for that, because that was fucking awesome. But yeah, Steve Guy is the fucking shit. Like one of my favorite people in the world, honestly. And
yeah, he did a show for me down here in New
for
Philly about the same time the book came out a while ago. Him and Mike Paul came down. Yeah,
But yeah,
Steve's awesome.
love
I haven't
Steve
seen him in
Guy.
a long time, but yeah,
oh,
he's great.
How do you guys feel about Frank Caliendo?
He's very talented.
very yeah. I'm a fan. I as a guy who likes impressions and can't really do many. I love Frank Caliendo. I think he's a great impressionist and great comic. So
I have nothing bad to say about him. It's just like impressions aren't my favorite thing, but like he's very talented and what he does is fantastic. Some people love that. I mean, like it's not my favorite thing. But I'm not going to say anything bad about him because there's nothing bad to say. But the guy's super talented.
I know he loves Cleveland. I know his wife is
he
from
lives
there.
in Cleveland.
He lives here? Oh.
Yeah, he has a house in like Westlake
Does
or
he? I didn't know
something.
that.
Yeah. That he does, like if he's doing Midwest stuff, he'll stay in Cleveland and go to like Chicago or Indianapolis and use Cleveland as sort of a base to go through. So yeah, I love Frank Caliendo. I was a fan of his from like the first time I saw him on Comedy Central. I was like, fuck yeah, baby.
I love when he's on
this.
Love when he's on ESPN. He's fucking hilarious on ESPN.
Yes.
Has he done? He won't do it because he has a good relationship with those people. But I would love for him to do like a homophobic John Gruden thing. That'd be so great.
Hilarious.
He won't do it though. He doesn't. He doesn't do that kind of stuff. But it would have been great if he did. You see, John Gruden suing Roger Goodell.
Really?
You told people I'm a homophobe, suing you. Good job, bud.
Defamation. It might have a standing.
Why?
Maybe.
He said all those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, the way everybody's gunning for Goodell and the way he got put out, that's what's that's where he could possibly have a case.
Does that look bad though? Like you're suing somebody for telling people you said homophobic shit like that? Because he did. He said it. It's not like he didn't. He did.
Yeah, but that was 10 years ago.
I'm not talking about
The
what,
email.
you giving him a pass?
For 10 years ago?
Not. I mean, listen.
10 years ago.
You can't just you
10
can't,
years ago.
those emails can't come out and then you keep. We talked about this. And you can't keep coaching a team with an openly gay player on it. You can't do that.
You don't know how he feels about that guy.
It doesn't matter, man. Look what
It
he said.
does.
Look what
It
he said.
absolutely does.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Because if the guy's a good player, he's not going to hold someone back.
He's thinking his whole time in his head is he's secretly not like the fact that I'm gay in his head all the time.
See,
yes.
That's a projection. That's
No.
a projection.
No.
To me,
No.
that's a projection.
Well, you're wrong.
I'm not. And
You are though.
who knows? Who knows how he is 10 years later? Who knows?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the fact that it's always going to be in the back of your head. This guy said homophobic
No,
stuff.
I
How
don't
does he
think it's
actually
going to be
think
in the
about
back of his head.
I'll guarantee it.
No, I don't think so.
Well,
And if
not only that, I
so,
mean,
keep it
everyone in
at
the gay
home.
community now thinks so too. And that's not a good look for the NFL. So it makes sense that he, he's not there anymore. But no, it can't be defamation because it could defamation because he said it. It's not like he made it up. It's real. So it would only be that if it's either slander or libel, which it wasn't. It was something he actually said. So,
and I'm not defending what he said. I'm more.
Sounds
just
like you are, man.
No,
Uh-oh.
it's not because it's 10 years ago. People change in 10 years.
But he said it.
Yeah, he said it, but you can't fucking look at somebody and be like, "Oh, that guy said that." It's like Twitter. People are going back 10 years on
in
certain
the job
people.
that he's in and the kind of image the NFL wants to show now. It makes sense.
Yeah, but the NFL is fucking. I don't. That's one.
Listen,
reason
was he
why
the
I
only
don't
one
like
saying
fucking
shit
the
like that? No,
NFL.
but he's the guy that got caught. I understand that. But listen, have I made joke? Like, there's been times when I look at my Facebook memories and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna. No, I delete shit. Like, it's not that bad, but like, I'm just like, yeah, that's a little weird. I don't know. I'm delete that one. But
yeah, but
so I get that. But like,
I don't know.
It's because of his job and his job being so high profile. You can't have a guy that said like it seems like I ever had any kind of hate towards people, especially when he has gay people on his team, or at least one.
And they were winning, and they're winning right now.
Yeah, that division is going to come down to the wire.
Yeah, so it's like,
although again, I can't talk about the Browns today. I'll start throwing shit.
Don't throw anything. Everything's gonna be fine.
Really? You might have to talk me down later, Thomas, because I'm kind of worried.
I'm worried too, but hey, we got.
Well, the thing is, I feel better next week when they get this win against the Lions. With better, if they don't beat the Lions, then I'm freaking out. But
do you know how torn? If we lose to the Lions, I'm gonna have to have the Lions not my second favorite team. I will definitely disown the Lion. My love for the Lions if the Browns lose to the Lions.
It better not happen. It better not fucking tie the Lions either.
God damn it.
Hey, do you know how hard that hit me when I saw we tied with the fucking Lions?
No, what you hit too hard is your dumbass running back didn't know there was ties in the NFL. I didn't know there was ties in the NFL.
He pulled a Donovan McNabb.
How do you not know? Like, even
Donovan McNabb. Remember when Donovan McNabb didn't know?
The Donovan McNabb fucking like thing. We all found that out. Like, I don't watch football.
Let's talk about that
often, but I know there's ties in the NFL. How do you not know?
Because he went to Alabama.
That
is a top academic institution. All right.
You can say that with straight face.
I know you have to either have great grades or be great at sports to be in there.
Well, I was about to say, goat fucking is like a minor there. Like, ew.
I mean, maybe
Alabama. Roll Tide. Go fuck
How
yourself.
ridiculous is the fucking NFL overtime rule? I fucking hate it. I hate it.
Yeah, they should change it back. They need to change it back.
It's been like that for a while though. Ties for
they need to go back to somebody's got to win because
in this country, we don't do ties in this country. All right. I mean, soccer we do because soccer, and that's but football. I mean, even hockey doesn't do ties anymore, do they?
No, they do a shootout.
Yeah, so they don't even do ties anymore. Listen, and this is the reason why you go and pay for
an old rule. Old rule. That's from the fucking like 80s. In minor league hockey.
You pay to see a sporting event, dude. I'd rather see a loss than a fucking tie. I don't want to fucking.
I would love to see them do like the college football thing where you get plays.
College now is fucking ridiculous too because they changed it this year. Like the Illinois Penn State game, after I think 2 or 3 overtimes, they just started going back and forth at 2-point conversions. That's why there was 9 overtimes, and it's fucking stupid.
Hey man,
I like the old way. I hope they change it back to the way it was before with college and NFL. I think they should do something similar to college. I think they should start at maybe the 50, not the 20. Just start the 50, so you at least get a couple plays for field goal range, and then I think that would be good. I actually think college should start at 50 too. Because I feel like you should have to get at least a couple first downs, even in field goal range. And that would how much quicker would that be? Because you go 3 and out, you're done. And the other team gets one good pass play in, they get a field goal, they win. Start the 50, man. I don't know why no one's put that into place instead of I don't know. Listen, I should be the commissioner of everything. I should be like Sepp Blatter. I am the president of everybody. I should be that guy. Should be that. Run the shit.
At this point, like that's why I don't really watch football is they don't have that like sudden death.
That's the only reason? You just talked about how shitty football was compared to hockey.
Yeah. Because hockey has shootouts during the regular season.
Now they do. Yeah, they didn't for a long time.
And you want to know what's sad? Like,
don't they do 3-on-3 overtime too? That should be NFL overtime.
4-on-4.
Well, it's 3 skaters and a goalie, right?
4-on-4.
Right, which is 4-on-4. But I'm saying 3 skaters.
No, they do 2 defensemen, 2.
So 5 with the goalie. So 5 total.
Goalies don't count.
Yes, they do.
Goalies don't count as players. All right. It's either you're a winger, you're a center, or you're nothing. All right.
They do, or if they didn't, then they would never have to pull a goalie.
All right. Here's my thing on goalies.
I don't care.
If your team is so dominant where and this actually happened to me as a player, and it was demoralizing. The goalie of the opposing team that was kicking our ass was building a fucking mound of snow like on the left side of his goal because we didn't touch even near his fucking goal. Do you want to know how demoralizing it is to sit on a bench and you're playing? I'm not saying because in high school I didn't play that much. Like I was definitely like I'm gonna sit on for the entire 3 periods or unless we're losing kind of shit. But to watch a goalie build a fucking mountain of snow in his goal because he's bored. That's a horrible feeling.
I'm sure that's true. He should have taken more Adderall. Or less Adderall, I don't know.
No, probably less Adderall.
Well, it depends. Like if you actually have ADHD, like listen, I wouldn't be doing that.
We all had ADHD playing hockey. Please.
I'm talking about medically. Never mind. You're talking about this.
I was medically
Ray's maybe Ray's the reason this episode sucks. I thought it was me.
Probably. I don't know.
No, anyway, now it doesn't make any sense, but I was saying that it would be funny if college started doing 7-on or NFL did 7-on-7 overtimes. That'd be fun.
Some NFL street level shit.
Oh,
right. Yes. You get 3 linemen. Everyone's eligible. You get Robert Hunt running the screen pass plays. What was going through his head? Fuck it. I guess fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm about to do it. Shoot.
I'm gonna have fun. I'm close to the line. Why not?
It's great. And the Dolphins ended up winning. So listen, the Browns play shitty, but at least the Bengals.
Brian Hoyer scored a touchdown. How is that possible?
The Steelers tied and the Ravens lost. So,
when I saw we tied with Detroit, because being a Steelers fan, God, he's throwing gang signs. What's going on?
No, it's a home invader in my house.
He can say that.
Well, Thomas, if you're gonna get robbed, you might as well get robbed live on camera.
Yes,
it would be worth it. That would get a lot of views. That would be worth it.
Yeah, it would. A lot of views, and also you catch the people as long as you can see their face.
Right.
He's in Wycliffe though, so it'd be like a white meth addict.
Buffalo Trace, you do everything Joe Rogan tells
you. And Buffalo Trace. Oh, I'm jealous of you.
Ray Hunt's
you got
elk
fucking
now.
buffalo meat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, Buffalo Trace is a whiskey, you weirdo.
Oh, whatever.
You have buffalo meat? Okay, you know what? If we're ever gonna take this podcast seriously, Thomas, we're just getting rid of Ray, I guess.
Yeah. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Which I've been saying forever. However, I don't think anyone else would do this podcast with me. So, hey, if something ever happens to me, you got to replace me with a hot chick. All right, I don't want another like frumpy white dude taking.
Yeah, we need like some low cut shirt girl.
Yeah,
to be some OnlyFans girl to replace Tim. Like, that's
however, you have to mute Thomas, or else we'll just try to hit on her the entire episode.
Yes, agreed.
What? Excuse me, I would not. I'm respectable.
What a view! Great view on this podcast. There's a great view on this podcast.
Just because I did it at Applebee's this weekend doesn't mean I do it all the time.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. That fucking stupid. What's the guy's name? Walker Hayes song. That fucking song.
What was the song?
You don't know the song?
No.
The fancy like Applebee's song. You don't know the song?
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I hear that a lot.
I fucking hate this song. It might be the worst song I've ever heard. I was trying to explain to my niece why that song's awful. I'm like, it's okay if you like it, but I'm like, it's like pandering.
Oh yeah,
and it's no. My thought is that Walker Hayes' real name is like Reginald Arthur III or something like that. He's a trust fund baby, and he's sitting in his mansion one day, and he's asking his butler, Jonathan, where's a dining eating establishment where the Poles like to consume food? Where do the Poles like to go? I don't know. Applebee's. Applebee's. I'm fancy like Applebee's.
Ah.
That's just my thought. It's a conspiracy theory by rich people who just fucking make money and make fun of this. Fucking hate that song.
You know what song I love though, Tim?
I don't know, but we got to talk about these fights before you fall asleep.
Well, I was about to say, the fight that I really want to talk about, just because of how wild it was, and there was a wild night of fights. And one thing before I get into the main event, one of my favorite fighters now of all time is Miguel Baeza.
He lost.
He did, but the reason I love Miguel Baeza is Miguel Baeza sounds like any shortstop who gets called up from the minors. Like, if you think about it, you have a guy who the announcer is just like, now batting number 39 shortstop Miguel Baeza. You wouldn't blink an eye if that was the name of your shortstop on your baseball team.
No,
and
you're right.
He
Because
lost.
There's a lot of Hispanic ball players. Yeah, no, sure, there is. No, it's a lot. Yeah, it's not news that there's a lot of Hispanic baseball players. Yeah, you're right. That sounds like a name that would. Yeah, sure, whatever. Thomas, I'm gonna ask you this, and I'm asking you this for the obvious reasons. You're a baseball fan, right?
Yes.
Why don't black kids play baseball?
Oh God.
There's a lot of reasons.
Is this unfortunate? What you like? No, I mean seriously. We've talked about this in the podcast before. We have.
They've taken a lot of the inner city baseball programs away. Like Euclid
really
has a good program because they have a good bunch of kids, but a lot of the programs have been taken away. Like I grew up playing in a little league baseball league, and that stopped like shortly after I quit playing. So they took away a lot. It's not exposed in the inner city, and in the suburbs. I guess the kids don't have an interest. You know that's
why don't they have the interest though? I mean, I gotta understand. Like, I mean, a lot of kids are getting left behind because of travel leagues. Everyone, not just and I hate travel leagues. Fucking hate them because of that. I mean, I do their games, but I wish there was less of them because they're basically saying if you're not the best of the best when you're 11, you should stop. Or not even 11, 9, 10. They have 10, they said you should just stop, give up. That's basically what they're saying. And parents pay so much money to do this shit too. It's outrageous. So a lot of kids can't afford it. So, but in general, why don't they have the interest?
Because everybody look at what's been put in front of. Oh, this is gonna sound so wrong. Look what's been put in front of black people. It's football, basketball, rapper.
Yeah,
those are the three things. Nobody sits up there and thinks about baseball. And baseball, to me, like I love football. Don't get me wrong, but baseball is the sport that I was born into. Like my mother didn't play. You were an Indians fan when you came out her cooch. That's just how it was. And I love baseball for that. It's just you look at it, even in the suburbs, football, basketball, rapper. In the city, football, basketball, rapper. Nobody thinks about baseball.
So is it like an image problem?
You could say that, but like to me, it's enough exposure of baseball on TV now,
right?
That you can't even say it's an image problem. I guess the kids aren't interested.
I mean, it is a representation problem, but you can't fix that without participation, right? So
right.
So it's the catch-22 of it. But I think it's like 4 or 5% of Major League Baseball now is black.
Yeah. That's sad because it's a great sport. I don't see any faults in baseball. Baseball is wonderful.
I bring that up 100% sincerely because I think it's a problem that I don't like it. Like I think one time ever of all the baseball games I've done, I had one team that had more than 1 or 2 black kids. It was Timken High School, which isn't even a high school anymore. They're mostly black and Hispanic team. That's it. Like one time. And so when I see a few, I'm like, well, good. He's playing baseball. So it's what are you doing? The camera
I'm
there.
playing with stuff. Oh
Okay, that's
no.
fine. No, but it legitimately bothers me. And I know it's weird as this guy saying that it bothers me, but I want more kids to play baseball, period. But I want to, I'm just, if it's an availability thing, then we got to figure out a way to fix it. If it's an image thing, then that too. We got to fix that too, because the game is great. The game's great.
I think it's availability.
That's a big part of it.
Image could be part of it, but it's availability. Like kids don't know how much fun they can have. Well, black kids don't know how much fun they can have playing baseball, or they play it to a certain age. Also, like the parents is like, no, go this way.
Black people in the past fought so hard to be Major League Baseball players, and the fact that there's barely any that even are interested anymore, it's a problem. It's unfortunate. Mm-hmm. I know Tristan McKenzie said, and I think I know what he means by this. He says the baseball isn't for us right now. And he's a ball player, but he's talking about for kids. Like it doesn't. So that sounds like an image issue. Is that?
Yeah,
what he's talking about.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, like I said, but it's still enough exposure. It's just trying to get.
And they need to push. I mean, listen, they were trying to make Mike Trout a super. I mean, he already is a big star, but because of what he does on the field, not for any other reasons. But they need to take the guys that they do have and put them out front. Tim Anderson, those guys. Marcus Stroman, Michael Brantley.
They're starting to do a better job of putting the Cedric Mullins and all these guys. They're starting to put them out there. But it's just the fact of if your kids are seeing, you don't see. It's a rarity. Like Bobby Bradley's absolutely weird to me, but I love him.
I love Bobby Bradley. Yeah,
he's
Naylor Brothers.
Yeah, they're not your typical black demographic. Like the Naylors are really into fucking hockey. Yeah, they're from Canada, but they're really into hockey. They're not your typical black players. Like Tim Anderson would fit in the NFL or NBA because he fits that. It sounds wrong the way I'm saying it, but I'm trying to explain it. So
no. That's exactly the question I'm asking, and also that's important if you want to fix it.
Right. It's like your average black baseball player is not your normal black person. And it hurts to say that because we shouldn't have to have classes of this black person.
I completely understand what you're saying when you say that. It's not something that I could say, but I know what you mean when you say it.
Yeah, because I'm one of those. I'm not your typical black person. Like I love everything, but in our race, sometimes that's not acceptable. You're looked at as weird. It's because you're not walking around with the chain sounding ignorant, sounding stupid, or whatever. Not saying it's ignorant and stupid, but not living that culture, that lifestyle. You're an outcast. And that's mostly what's in baseball are black kids that were outcasts. And it's not a bad thing because
they grew up in the suburbs too, like most of them. I mean, not saying that
some of them, yeah,
not many are coming from the inner city anymore because of availability. So that too. So because those kind of black people, what you're saying, I know you're saying, aren't playing baseball because of availability, that it doesn't look appealing to the other black kids.
Yeah. The first thing that somebody does is, my son's going to be the next big football, especially with Glenville. When Glenville High School was hot, those kids were being sent to, because my old junior high is where Ted Ginn Academy is now.
Okay.
And they were sending those kids, their purposes were getting kids, not only just in inner city Cleveland, they were pulling them from Euclid, Lake County, everywhere just to go. And the first thing they were saying, these are kids that were 9 to 10 years old. Yeah, my kid's going again to be a football player. And that's just how they operated. So it's like football, basketball, rapper. That's your only ways out, kid. There ain't no other way out. No other way of playing any other sport out. And it's sad that it's like that.
That's not true. So, all right. So how do we fix it?
I get a whole bunch of money and start opening up baseball leagues around here. The
that
stuff
part
that
too.
Take it away.
Like I said, it's not just the inner cities and the and the minorities that are getting left out. And they are probably more, but there are, like I see it here. There's kids that, Like if they think they're a superstar, someone will pay for them to be in a league. But like I said, their parents can't afford it. They can't be in the leagues, which there's where the good coaches are. So they get whatever dad will volunteer, and they're not, so they're behind. And by the time they get to high school, they can't make the varsity team. And that's true because they haven't had the experience and the coaching of the travel kids where their parents pay money and they all get left behind. And yes, mostly minorities, but it's not only minorities. But
no, it's not. No, it's a social class thing.
Yeah, so social. It's more of a social thing than anything. And seeing that, like I said, as an umpire, baseball, because I love baseball so much, it pisses me off. And I wish I don't know. Me personally, not a whole lot I can do other than umpire games for free, which I would do if I had to be done in that situation, which I don't like to, not around here, but
it's just gonna take somebody with some money to, and it's sad that it's money. I mean, you could probably start a league for free and just have everybody try to be a community around it. But nowadays,
it's not just baseball.
Communities left.
I think football's the only sport where you can I come from nothing and I can get out because there's no AAU football right now. Not really. But same thing with basketball is happening with baseball. It used to be just baseball. And that's AAU basketball is the same thing.
Yep.
There's going to be kids that are left out. And that's what I think then in the coming years, it sounds weird, but you understand where it's coming from, that I think there's going to be more white Americans in the NBA.
Oh, yeah. Oh, almost definitely. You're starting to see it now. As the years go on. You're starting to see it now. What I'm loving about this phase of the NBA is the whole LeBron era stars and all that good stuff. They're slowly getting pushed out. Now you're getting kids in there and men in there that want to play the game and want to win no matter what it is. And by that happening, you're going to get a whole bunch of white kids, which I don't mind. I want to see, you want to see that mix.
No, that's fine. But I'm just saying that what I'm saying is that that's because other kids are getting left behind.
Yeah. Other kids.
With AAU basketball, if your parents don't have money, you're kind of screwed, man. Unless the AAU program has its own money, they can do scholarship kids, but they can't do that with a whole team. They can do that with one or two kids, maybe.
I guarantee you, there'll be athletes that won't let it happen, and not for good reasons. There'll be athletes that will be like LeBron James that will put their name on it just to get that name recognition. So I don't. You may be right. But I guarantee you there's an athlete out there that sees this as an opportunity to get their name out there. Look at what I did, and they'll keep doing it.
Well, the thing about that is, it's still going to do good. Even though,
it'll do good, right? But we'll know what the motive is behind it.
Well, and like I said, it needs to happen for baseball. And like I said, if I had any ideas or I could help at all, I would, because I think it's a real problem. Not just with minorities, but just socially underprivileged kids in general is a problem, but especially there needs to be more opportunities. And there used to be a charity called Major League Baseball's Urban Initiatives. I don't know if it's still a thing. Oh, RBI, isn't it? What's RBI is now?
RBI,
yeah. Okay, so there is a program where they try to do that. Yeah, that's what RBI is.
I was happy with Snoop when Snoop started his football league out in LA for all those kids that didn't have chances. When those kids start getting drafted in the NFL, I was like, dude, he actually did something. But, it's not enough Snoops in the world. He had the money behind it to provide those kids with opportunities. But, yeah.
Is there a way it could happen without money? Probably not, man. Because you need to build fields, right?
Yeah.
You need fields, number one. I mean, that's also you need great volunteers, which all around the country, there's amazing, amazing, amazing people who help kids and teach the sports that are great. I see a lot of bad ones, too. Which I talked about that before, and it sucks seeing that because you're just like, poor kids, they didn't have a choice. They just this team has a great coach who's going to teach them all kinds of life lessons on how to play the game right, and then this guy's just screaming at them, and they didn't have a choice.
Right.
That's why the travel teams are a thing, because you can basically pick your coaches. You can try for a travel team when you make it. There's probably better coaches than it usually is, and anyway, but Major League Baseball needs to fix this problem, and it's money, and it's also the athletes. I know. It seems kind of unfair to put it on their shoulders, but all those athletes, the Tristan McKenzie's and the Tim Andersons, it'll fix it. There's a guy who lives around me who played for I don't know if you remember him. He played for the Indians in 2016. His name was Percy Gardner.
Heard of him?
Yeah, he played like the last couple of months. He didn't make the roster in the playoffs, but he played. But he's from Dover, and he's had to retire because he got injured. But he's down here now, and he has a podcast. I think it's called 99 MPH or something. It's a good podcast actually. But I want to have him on to talk about this because I think because I want to, it's a black baseball player. I want to have his perspective on it because it legitimately bothers me. Especially because you hear about the Negro Leagues and how and all that history, and they're just not interested anymore. And I don't think it's I think it's a fixable problem, but I'm going to say, but it might take money and an image thing, because I think some people think country music and baseball. I understand that, but it's not all that. Baseball's for everybody, man.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how many foreigners play. A lot.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's for everybody. So
I just mentioned it. The sexiest man alive played baseball in San Diego.
Yeah,
Fernando Tatis. Oh God,
he's good. No, he's good. No, he's good. And the fact that they gave him that, like, his contract will make sense. I don't think Frankie Lindor's will.
No.
But
I agree with you. Did you go to the All-Star game stuff when it was up here, Tim?
Man, no. But I knew, but I didn't. I was going to regret it, and I regret it already.
They had a big dedication to the Negro Leagues over in the convention center over on one side, and it was awesome. It's just the fact, I agree with you that the players that are talking about it need to stand up and say something. And this is, I'm going to say this and then I'm going to get off my soapbox.
No, I want you on the soapbox. Why I asked you.
It's the same thing as far as Black life, period. We need to start standing up and saying things the right way, not with protesting and tearing shit up, but we need to stand up and have real leadership, because we don't right now. We're at a place right now where we don't have leadership. And it's the same thing with baseball. They need to stand up and say something. Just not say it's not for us. Put yourself out in front and say, this is what I'm trying to do to make this for us. So that's the biggest thing right there.
I also think baseball, and actually that's not an actual rule, but people kind of like letting bat flips happen, letting the swagger happen a little bit would help too. I think that's all. But I mean, everybody's been saying that. I mean, Trevor Bauer's been saying it for years, but now no one's paying attention to him because he's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
whatever's going on with them. But I was April. I went to the Baseball Hall of Fame. Have you been there? You need to go. It's awesome.
No.
It's fucking awesome. You love it. If you're a baseball fan, it's great. Cooperstown is a nothing town. There's nothing there. But except for that museum, and you go through and it takes you a couple hours to get through it. But it's if you're a big baseball fan, you look around in awe. And they have a big Negro League wing.
Casey, yes, you can say Negro.
Yeah, Joe Biden.
It's the other word that what?
Joe Biden.
I'm gonna say this.
It was a great Negro.
I have a best friend. Ray knows him. He's my brother from another mother. Another problem is words are held in too much regard. If somebody says a word, then we get all hyped up, but we call ourselves the word all the time. That other word don't bother me either. It's just people and how they want to have something to fight about. That's it.
Did you just have a power outage at your house? What happened, Tim?
No, my mother turned the light off and back on.
But that's all it is.
Yeah,
stand up. That's it.
That's I can talk about that forever because I know it's weird coming from me. So I asked you about it, and I would have done it before. I kept forgetting to ask you. I'm glad we finally got that out because I guess me saying we need more black people in baseball. I was like, why is this guy like of all the people? Why is this me the guy?
Tim, never weird. Always speak up. Always say something.
Yeah.
I say stuff all the time. Like I told you,
I love him.
I work for a Republican talk station.
Right.
Some of the stuff they say, I want to know what I'm disliking before I say I don't like it.
Right.
So I try to ask and get all sorts of input from everybody. I don't care who it is.
Right.
But never be afraid to say anything, because
obviously the things I'm saying are coming from a positive place, right?
Yeah.
Obviously. Because I'm saying, I'm like, just being the one, I'm like, we need to get black kids back in baseball. I'm like, why is the white guy? I'm like, because it's a problem and it needs to happen.
But Tim, even if it's negative, That's the problem.
Right.
We shy away from the negative stuff that if we talk about, there's simple solutions to.
Mhm.
You don't have to. It's just that simple. Period.
Yes.
Period.
This is
Yeah.
why we're friends, sir.
You have to be able to talk, right? That's the thing.
Yeah, you should be able to. You should be able to have open discussion about everything, and even if it makes you uncomfortable, that should be a topic no matter what, because of the fact that you can have an open conversation about that rather than bullshit.
Yes, you can, Casey.
Can
and
you?
I guarantee you.
You can
In your car. Always remember
I
there's
don't
a
do
certain
it.
letter you can say in your car.
Thank you, Casey. But no, I'm just I just don't.
Casey-
Well, he's in Utah. He's never met one before.
One day I'll tell y'all how I grew up. I grew up with a grandmother that was running numbers with Don King at night and cleaning houses during the day and running with Danny Green in the same time. I grew up differently. So I
That's
can see
awesome.
the differences. But
yeah, we'll have a Pope Speaks night.
Oh,
yes.
I'll have
where all we do is talk
Thomas
about
Pope,
the
this
Pope.
is your life. Yeah.
But
but no, I can talk about that forever. And like I said, I want to have Percy on for this. I never heard him talk about it. I'm sure he will, but I think it'd be a weird. I'm like, hey, bro, white guy from T County, being like, hey, I want to have you to come on to talk on this MMA podcast about black kids in baseball. Maybe Thomas should do that.
Whatever. Shoot,
Yeah,
let's go.
actually, man, it doesn't matter either way. I hope he does because I keep thinking about it. But we're not a baseball pocket. But it's not.
We're a sports.
That's baseball isn't necessarily the point.
We're a life podcast, guys.
Exactly. We're a lifestyle podcast, motherfucker.
Exactly.
But
we are the
we just
fucking
do the MMA thing
Fridays.
because it's one thing we do talk about every episode, and it's the niche for us not to be just a comedy podcast and just people talking nonsense. Casey wouldn't be here if we weren't an MMA podcast.
Yeah,
he wouldn't be with the MMA host, which we need to talk about those fights.
What I like too about
they're good fights.
Casey's comment on our last episode, saying that there's 3 comedians on here.
Oh yeah, don't insult Thomas.
No, I was about to say don't like add Tim into that. Why are you even saying
this guy?
Tim is a comic or a comedian.
This guy. I'm too fucked up not to be a comic.
That is true. That is true.
We need to talk about these fights, but I gotta pee.
Yeah, I want to talk about the Max versus Yair off the bat.
You can start if you want,
bro.
I'll be back.
Okay, you can take him off, and we'll talk about Max Holloway versus Yair Rodriguez. Did you watch the fight, Thomas?
I did not, because I was celebrating my baby cousin's 16th birthday.
Well, that's a reason too. But honestly, man, one of the best MMA fights I've seen in a while. Max Holloway, who ever since there's this weird thing in mixed martial arts where you get these effects that also go into boxing as well, or any combat sport, where the best in the world fights the up and comer and shit gets real for both guys. Max Holloway, to me, is the beneficiary of the Conor McGregor era of mixed martial arts. Lost to Conor McGregor, went to a decision, I believe, and both guys were better for it, but I honestly think Max Holloway got the best of that exchange when it came to understanding who you are, getting better, having everything afterwards where you're like, fuck, I lost. And Max has just gotten better it's disturbing. Like watching a guy go from losing a fight to where he's at now and being probably one of the best pure boxers in MMA right now, going up against Yair Rodriguez, who is probably one of the most creative fucking strikers to ever grace the octagon. And for Max to be like, bitch, I'll take your shit and let's see what you do. And it probably also has one of the greatest intro songs of all time. Like I'll listen to Hawaiian Kickboxer over and over and over again because of how good that song is. Honestly, you want to talk about a fucking dope song. Hawaiian Kickboxer is in my jujitsu fucking class mix if I ever put my shit on during class because I love that song so goddamn much.
I'm trying to look it up now.
Oh, it's so good. It's so catchy. It's so brilliant. And it has a great backstory to it. But Max Holloway, to me, right now, is the best 145-pounder not named Alexander Volkanovski.
Oh, yes, for sure. And he may be the best, period. I still to this day think that he beat Volkanovski in that last fight. And the first fight was very, very close. Yeah. Give credit.
It almost sounds Scottish.
Here's the credit to Yair. He hasn't fought in a minute because he was hiding
2
from
years off.
USADA. Well, he didn't take. He was suspended.
But 2 years off in general.
Yeah, but he said he took it
coming back the way
he took a sabbatical. No, he was suspended, but for good reason. I mean, you can't hide from USADA, and if you do hide from USADA, you're probably fucking cheating, which is shitty. But he was caught for cheating, but he was caught for not telling USADA where he was. Anyway, he fought great. Besides that, and Max Holloway is great. That was a great fight. I love that Max Holloway doesn't spar. I love that. A couple reasons. Yeah. As a fan of Max Holloway, you're like, man, that's going to give him at least 5 more fights in the UFC, maybe. He's not getting beat up all the time. And he looks great doing it. Like I told you, my one MMA fight, I didn't spar because I didn't want, number one, I didn't want to get hurt before the fight because I wanted to fight. And I'm like, what does it really matter? I'm like, I'm going to be timid if I spar, but when the fight happens, it's going to be different. So what does it really matter? So, but that was a lot different than Max Holloway not sparring. But he's had so many fights, and he knows what a fight is. He's well aware. As long as he's in shape and doesn't look like he's missed a step. It probably doesn't work for everybody, but it works for him. And I the thing is, if less hard sparring means more guys, more fights, so it's great. He looked great. So, is he going to get the title shot next? I guess.
I would hope.
What happened to Zabit? Zabit hasn't fought in a long time.
I would think maybe it's an eliminator between him and Zabit.
Well, you know what? Zabit hasn't fought in so long. I don't even know if they still have Zabit on the rankings. Can we look that up, Thomas?
I'm not sure. But I honestly think we need the trilogy because of the idea that second fight was so controversial in how it ended. Yeah. I think Max won it myself. And it was close. I'm not saying that Max dominated that fight against Volkanovski, but I mean, I honestly think that Max pulled it out towards those later rounds to win that fight.
I think it was so close that and this is something I'm for, if you would have had 5 people who usually judge MMA fights, who usually do UFC, if you would have 5 of them on the card instead of 3, I think Max would have won that fight. That's how close I think it was. So I think that
it was definitely 3-2. And
right. So he just got the ones that voted against him. That's like the 7th Circuit Court. It's a good reference. All right. When you do a plea at the 7th Circuit Court, you get 3 random judges out of the 9. I think they draw them at random. So I'm just saying. It's subjectively. If it's subjective, you got the wrong guys. Anyway. Okay, we're looking at this. Okay, so they took Zabit off. That's basically what I was trying to say. Holloway, Ortega just lost. So Holloway, Ortega already happened, and he beat Ortega. Happening again would be fine. No, the Giga, Chikazi. That's the guy, right? So if Max has to
I
fight
say
again and be against him
Eliminator.
or Giga and Ortega. But I think the next guy for Volkanovski is ready to fight soon, this year in the spring or whatever. It has to be
That would
Max
be
again.
Max, I think.
And what if he beats him, man? Like, listen, I've never been interested for a fourth fight, but if Max goes in there and beats his ass, then you're gonna be like, are they done? I know they already fought 3 times, but like, it can't be done.
I mean, it would depend on how the fight happened, what went into it, who went into what.
It's the same thing with Valentina and Nunes. I think that if Valentina beats Nunes, you're like, they're just done now. They're just done.
No, there's got to be a fourth fight.
I know a fourth fight sounds ridiculous. It does, but
no, it doesn't. Not
I mean,
for something
in general,
like Valentina versus Nunes.
In general, I'm saying in general, but in that situation, that it would make sense if one beat the other.
I mean, I would put
pull the card up,
rematch
Thomas,
on that.
Because I'll make sure we just go through these all quick. Because there was a lot of good fights. I think I watched most of them. Believe it or not, I watched some of them.
I did not watch the prelims.
Oh, I'll go through them. But
was that
fight
night this Saturday, or was that just happened this
last Saturday? It would have been.
Yeah, just type in
Holloway
UFC
fight.
Saturday or
UFC schedule, or just you can look it up on the UFC website. Would be up there too. We talked about Ben Rothwell. We already talked about that. Who was that?
Felicia Spencer.
That's the one I didn't watch. Did she win?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, such a good fight. Felicia looked dominant.
Good.
And I'm very happy she got the win on this one.
Yeah, she needed one. She just lost to Norman Dumont before that. Zacchaeus Williams. I forgot to talk about that last week because I assumed that fight was going to be awesome. And
dude, it was amazing.
Chaos. Chaos was the underdog, and I probably wouldn't have picked him either. But he has knockout power, so it's always a shot, right? And then there we go. So there we have, Felicia Spencer. We did that. Let's keep going.
Show more.
Baeza Williams.
Baeza
looked great, man.
Yeah.
And then Yadong Song knocking out RC. That was pretty good.
I had just gotten to my buddy's house and we were watching the replay, and Song Yadong.
I love Song. He's
for
great.
Being as hard of a human being as he is.
Who did he just fight?
Everybody with the name Yadong. Thiago Moises losing to Joel Alvarez. That
was the thing, man. Dude, he got knocked out nuts. Thiago Moises is a beast. He was ranked, right?
He was, yes.
Hold on, I'm looking at you. Yadong Song. Oh, that's right. Yadong Song had that great fight against Casey Kenny. So he's top 15 for sure now. I'm sure he's going to get a pretty big name in that division here soon.
Cynthia Calvillo losing by TKO.
Did you watch that fight? Andrea Lee looked
fantastic.
All right, I'll tell you about that fight. Hold on. Andrea Lee looked the best I've ever seen her by a lot.
Really?
She really beat her ass. She did. And Calvillo didn't show up for the third round. Which is like, listen, I kind of wish it would happen more. Some people were like, "Oh no, that means you're a wimp. That means you're not tough." I'm like, no, it doesn't. That means you know you're beaten, and you want to fight again someday.
Yeah,
you're actually being smart, especially all we know now, but like cumulative damage and whatnot. So, and Calvillo really, it's a huge win for Andrea Lee. She was supposed to fight Jessica Ai a couple cards ago, but I think I had to drop off, and so she gets Calvillo, who's like top 5 in her division. And she beat her ass. She really did. She looked good. I never seen him look anywhere close to that good before. Sean Woodson and Colin Angling. Sean Woodson is the tallest featherweight they have. He's like 6'3". So he looks like a fucking spider. This guy's looking Ichabod Crane, this dude. And this guy reaches great and his hands are great, and he just beat this dude's ass. He looked really good. Courtney Casey ground this chick from Georgia missed weight. So Courtney Casey beat her. So good for her. And she called her out for missing weight. Says she did it on purpose. You know what? Say whatever the fuck you want when someone misses weight. Fuck them. Yeah. We talked about it a million times. Rafael Alves and knocked out Casey. He hasn't been out and fighting in a while, Dakazi, but he got knocked out pretty quick. And this kid, Jung Da'an, had some nasty elbows against Kenani Njoku, whatever he said. Nasty elbows in the cage. He's won multiple fights in a row. I think he's won like 5 in a row. So he's gonna fight fucking monster next. This Korean kid, Jung Da'an. He's nasty, real nasty light heavyweight. Now, can you go to next week's card?
Next
Or
week's
this week's
card.
card.
Hold on.
Yeah, next week's card. Just do the next tab.
Let's see.
Ray, it's okay if you fall asleep. We'll keep the camera on you. Actually, we'll probably zoom in on you, and we'll talk about the. I want to talk about more about race and sports.
I gotta pull my car in. There's a parking ban in Willowick.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
I gotta say, it's supposed to be warm tomorrow, right? Like,
Thank
my
God.
car's not in the garage because my garage door open doesn't work, so I have to do it manually, which is fine. But when it's cold, but if it's not cold, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, next
MK
week,
Vieira.
Misha Tate main eventing. I like the fact she's main eventing, but I don't think she's gonna win against Ketlin Vieira. I got Ketlin Vieira winning in probably round 3.
Why not, Ray?
If Misha Tate gets it to the ground, all Misha Tate, but Ketlin Vieira is a savage, so should be awesome. Michael Chiesa.
Who did she fight in her last fight?
She fought a nobody basically. I don't remember who. Fought.
Vieira. She beat. Oh no, she lost. She lost.
Yeah,
Yana Kutsukaiva. So this is a good fight for Tate. She's up there at the top because she's she's a legend. And I mean, when women's MMA started becoming relevant, she was right there with Ronda, and those fights with Ronda and Strikeforce really helped along women's MMA. So the fact that she came back was great. I hope she wins because I like Misha. I've been a fan of hers a long time. Chiesa is one of my favorite fighters.
Just don't talk about his mom. That's the only thing you can't do.
Right, don't look at anyone's mom. And Sean Brady is a young guy. I'm surprised like Chiesa's fighting this dude because he's not ranked. Chiesa's ranked pretty high, and I mean this kid's undefeated. I remember him just running through a couple people his last couple fights. But Chiesa, I love the way Chiesa fights because he can get people to ground, and then he's nasty on top. He gets choked.
Yeah.
He fucking rains down elbows. He fights a lot like our dude Andrew Law. Like they kind of fight the same. They have to fight on their feet. They will, but they like to get you down. And they work from there. It's not like they don't work from there. Chiesa absolutely does. He rains down elbows and gets chokes and he'll fuck you up down there when he gets on top of you. And he's big. He's even big for a welterweight. The fact that he ever fought lightweight is ridiculous. That's mainly the ones I want to see. The David Grant Yanis fight is going to be great.
Yeah, that'll
David
be a
Grant
sexy
throws from
fight.
his hips. I fucking love David Grant. Calderwood could really use a win. I mean, she's a tough. Thiago Santos. Ugh, yeah, that's gonna be tough. Is that the only fights they have up there?
No,
prelims.
Prelims. Yeah.
Prelim
recognize. Pat Sabatini. That
Teeny.
sounds like a guy from like the late '90s or early 2000s. I don't. I mean, that's just his name. Like Pat Sabatini is fighting.
Sound like I want to buy a Chevy from.
Right. Yeah, Pat Sabatini Chevrolet. Sabatini Chevrolet. Lupa Benitez. She's breaking a record this week. Did you hear that?
What's that? No.
She's gonna have the when she fights this fight, she's gonna have the least amount of time in between 3 fights. It's 43 days. 3 fights to 43 days. Which shatters the other record. I don't know what the record was before, but apparently it shatters it by a lot. And she only had 6 fights when this started. So she had 6 fights that she's throwing 3 times in the UFC in 41 days.
Wow.
And Ray, if you want to make a shitty Cody Durden joke, now's the time.
I don't have one.
You don't?
No.
You don't have a shitty Fight Club joke?
No, because honestly, I mean,
you've done that before.
Cody Durden and we've made soap together, and I don't like the way he does his formulation.
What time is this card?
This is
it starts what time?
Hold on.
Doesn't have a time.
I might be asleep for it. Oh, there's no time on it. I might be asleep for it. I have to be up for the Ohio State game at noon. That's the most important thing this weekend for me is the Ohio State Michigan State game. Much more important than the Browns Lions, although that's big too. They need to fucking win. But Ohio State, Michigan State, very big win. Oh shoot, I didn't look up the CFP rankings for this week yet. I don't think the top 4 have changed.
Let's see.
You got a history of dongs, by the way. Casey Jones.
History of dongs. Yeah, top 4 is same. Top 5 are the same. Wow, this is strange, huh? Michigan is 6. Michigan State is 7, and Michigan State beat Michigan.
Hmm.
Wait, no, hold on.
Yeah.
Did they? Yeah, they did. They did.
Yeah, they did.
That's weird. Huh? I mean, listen. I mean, as long as Michigan wins the game this week, the Michigan State and Ohio State, if they both win, it's be the first time that game really, really means a lot in a long time. I mean, it always means a lot for Ohio State, but for Michigan, because that's them getting in the. I mean, if they both win this week, and the winner of that one goes to the Big Ten championship game, and then gets a chance to go to the playoff, it's huge. Huge. Gonna be a bloodbath. It's always close. Even when we rarely blow them out, even when we're a lot better than them. I mean, a couple of years ago we did, but it doesn't happen a lot. Yeah, that's basically all. UTSA is 22. They don't give a shit about UTSA. Mississippi State is 25. Old Mike Leach. See Mike Leach dancing? It was hilarious. I love Mike Leach. So weird.
All right, guys. I gotta go to bed early. So
have you not really? I thought you've been sleeping for the last hour of the podcast. Have you been here the whole time?
Well, I haven't talked the football, so there's that. But no, yeah, I think it's time to call it a night because I gotta park my fucking car and shit. And
have fun with that. You look like a fucking zombie right now.
I feel like one. Trust me, it's been a day. I took a nap at 2:30 just so I could do this podcast.
I love someday we're gonna sponsors and Ray's gonna be doing reads like that and just be like, Walter's in it. It's nodding off in the middle of reads.
Well, I'm gonna probably smoke a bowl before I fucking pass out. So it's one of those kind of days, guys. One of those kind of days. Tomorrow's gonna be a fucking nightmare, but yeah, at this point. But no, we appreciate every single person that watched today.
All 6 of you. We love all 6 of you.
All 78,000. That's how I look at it. I think one day we will have that and be able to charge super chats. You can only hope.
Will we? You can't even stay awake for the whole thing.
Hey, bitch.
Give us money, everybody.
I'm also drinking. How much fucking alcohol content is this? I think it's like 8%. What does that say?
This much.
Sweet dreams, Ray. Thank you, Casey. I will have sugar plums dancing in my head. I'm drinking. I've had 5 9% beers tonight, so I'm pretty good. And
you've been gone for half the episode.
Yeah, it's the weed. I think it's been the weed. And also football. Like, I don't know football and the black people in baseball thing. I'm like, I don't know where to really interject.
You should keep your mouth shut about that. You're a white man. You don't get an opinion. Only Thomas and I get opinions on that.
Oh man,
I do want to have Percy on though. I would think that'd be great. I want to have that conversation. On. I don't know how to. Isn't that weird to say just random like, hey, because you're a black baseball player, I want to talk to you about black is a business. Is that not weird, Thomas? You might have to do it.
If you want me to do it, I'll do it. It's not a problem.
I do want you to do it. I'll help you find his stuff. Probably his Instagram.
But thank you guys for watching. We do appreciate it. You see all of our social media handles right here. And we are sexy. We are amazing. And as always, we will see you at the Kumite, fam.
Dude, I forgot to tell you guys that I almost got my license suspended. I got a letter telling me it was going to be suspended on Friday.
What?